All right, what is going on, guys? How are y'all doing today? We've got a little bit of a change of pace being on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday, so glad to have a lot of you guys hopping in. I didn't really, low key, I didn't expect all that many people to jump in tonight with the change of dates. I wasn't really sure, but I see a lot of you already hanging out, so thank you everybody who's taking some time out of their lovely Thursday night to come join us and talk all things bowling. Let me pop live over on TikTok quick. New motive, Jackal, and more is going to be the nice little title over there. We are off and running over there. So how you guys doing? We got a lot of people hopping in and chat today. Let me check out who's hanging in. John Morales is over on Facebook. What is going on, man? We are live, remember, on 4 different platforms. We're live on TikTok. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. And we are live on Facebook. We are live everywhere and anywhere that you can watch any kind of video content. Brennan, what is going on? Being the first chatter of the day. How you doing, man? Jaybird, what is up? Good to see you again. Don's Bowling Buddies, hello, hello. Stallion, Lefty Motive Guy. Jim, what is going on? We've got, is that LJ? No, JIY, what is going on, man? Xander, Lenzy, Fast. Adam, what is up? What is up? Dolomite, Bracken, we got Harrison, and we got Kevin over on TikTok. We got so many beautiful people hopping in today. JT, what's up? Yeah, I'm really hoping we can get a few maybe different people hopping in tonight just with the change of pace. Apologies for the little bit of a delay from going from Wednesday to Thursday. My fiance was winning a really cool like a nursing individual achievement award. So I went there to celebrate, had a cool dinner and was able to hear all the speeches and see all the awards go out. So thank you guys for being a little bit patient and working with me a little bit. Darren, thank you so much for the subscription. But I'm glad to be here to talk anything bowling. And ironically, we had a brand new ball get announced today. So we get to actually talk about the Motive Apex Jackal tonight, which is going to be really interesting. I have a lot to talk about this ball and a lot of things I want you guys to be aware of before you write this ball off, because there's been a couple reviews and they've been really bad. Like, no one has liked this ball that has thrown it yet. We are, I think, 0 for 3. I think there's only been about 3 reviews of it. So we're going to get into everything about that Apex Jackal, everything about anything else bowling related going on. PBA announced the World Series of Bowling this year is actually going to be in my home state. I didn't know that. They didn't leak that. It was kind of cool, actually, to see that the World Series is going to be in Minnesota. So you're going to see me out there. So it's going to be a lot of fun things to talk about today. But remember, this is a full Q&A, so we are going to answer any and every question you guys have, bowling or non-bowling related. We always want to make this interactive. We want to be the most interactive live stream on I was going to say YouTube, but on the internet in general. So if you guys have questions, make sure to drop them down below in the chat. And if I end up missing your question, you see that I ended up going to people later, just make sure to retype it. Wait like 3 to 5 minutes before you retype it. Usually I get about 10 to 30 minutes behind chat, so apologies for that in advance. But without further ado, drink of the day is a nice little Arnold Palmer, of course. Just have to have Arnold Palmer. I got some prebiotic Pepsis just to see what they taste like. They're just Pepsi Zero. It's literally just tastes like Pepsi Zero. Kind of disappointing. I was hoping for something a little more interesting, but it was not. Well, let me see. We are live everywhere. K-Brew over on Twitch. What is going on, man? But let us get it going. Let's see. Where are we at chat? We've got Xander. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just bowled league before this. I shot a measly 635. The lanes were flooded tonight. We've been having troubles with our oil pattern and our lane machine lately. So we've gone from pretty dry the last couple of weeks to an absolute flood tonight. I was playing up 10 or 11 pretty much most of the night. But every miss I had was just a brutal split. I think I split 4 times on the night. It was very unfortunate. I think the last game I could have had a clean 215, but I ended up massive splitting in the 10th frame. All right, let's get going though. Let's see. Lenzy, I'm very excited for the World Series to come in the Twin Cities. I know, me too. It should be really interesting. It'll be really interesting. Fast Me Ask, do you think buying a motorized ball spinner is worth it for polishing, cleaning, and adding? I think if you have a lot of bowling balls and you spend money on putting surface on a ball, I think it's worth it. They're usually fairly cheap, maybe a couple $100 at most, because all it is a mini engine and then basically a ball cup that spins. It's pretty simple thing, luckily, and a lot of people actually buy their own spinners. So if you're spending a lot of money at a pro shop spinning your bowling balls, I'd recommend just doing that. John Morales, like I said, over on Facebook. Jaybird, Thursday Night Football about to start. Yeah, but it's a boring game, so no one cares. Isn't it like Falcons and Buccaneers or something? I checked my fantasy lineup before this. I don't have anyone playing, so I don't care. And I'm fine. Adam, we doing good. Getting ready to spend money on more bowling balls. Absolutely. JT, finally catching the stream. Love to have that. Xander, what do you think would be a better for a speed dominant, but very close to balance bowler? Rockstar, Amped, or Ember? Go with the Amped. The Ember is very mid, very mediocre. It's weaker, so it gets further down lane, but it rolls very forward, which is not what you want from a ball like that. So I recommend the Amped over it. Definitely. Yofo, what's up? Danny Stevens from Texas, what's going on? We have Husky Girl. Hey, brother, it's Ryan. My daughter hijacked my YouTube account. That's awesome. Love that. Good. Marquez, you good? Evening to you, too. What's up? Lefty, how many dual density ASIM cores have you seen before? I don't know much about the dual density side of things. I don't think a whole lot, but I honestly have no idea. I don't know much about dual density cores. I don't know what I've thrown, if anything has it or whatever it may be, but I am not the most knowledgeable with the dual density, unfortunately. I did see, though, the Apex Jackal is dual density. Harrison over on TikTok, what's up? I got a 3-to-1 ratio 42-foot tournament, USBC Collegiate. What's your strategy? If it's Collegiate tournament, urethane. Grab a purple hammer, scuff it to 360. That's welcome to college bowling for the last 10 years. Pretty much. It's kind of unfortunate that is what college is, but it is. But otherwise, no, really strong equipment that's going to be slow for the first couple games, but then you're probably going to be able to get deeper with some kind of like stronger shiny ball, and then you're going to be good to go. Chris, what's up? It's been a while. How have you been? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Great to have you here. Vito, what's up? Simon and Chinchino, would the Zero Mercy Pearl be a good transition ball after the Equinox Solid? No, I don't think so. I don't think the Zero Mercy Pearl is a very good transition ball. That is a very strong Pearl. I think if it is transition, it's got to be on longer patterns. Otherwise, it's almost going to be a starting ball. It is so strong and wants to dig so early. So if you are speed dominant and that's your play, then I think it's okay. But if you're balanced or rev dominant, you might need a weaker Pearl to go along with it. That Zero Mercy is so strong. Live Fest created a treasure box. I have 40 seconds of a treasure box. I don't know what that means. Okay, sure. Thanks, TikTok. Appreciate it. Too Tall, congrats to the future Mrs. ZVL. Hey, thank you, Too Tall. Appreciate it. The Mrs. is actually over in flying to Hawaii right now to watch her friend run a marathon, which is pretty sick. Pajama Pally, I expect you to be wowed and amazed. Don't let me down. I got you. Don't worry. Professor Turtle Guy, what is up, man? Jeremy, what ball would be a good ball to ball down to from phase 2? Some of the easy ones are going to be phase 2 Pearl or a Rockstar Amped if you want to stay in the Storm lineup. Those are going to be your best plays. They're just perfect balls down, stay in the same spot. You're good to go. If you want to go with something a little weaker, that's where like almost a Next Factor or a High Road 40 sits. If you want to go with a different brand, you have like Nebula or GB5 Pearl, or like you could always ball way down to a danger zone too if you really want that new danger zone. Jim Cushman, all the reviews have it mid at best. Dude, it is insane how bad the reviews are for the Apex Jackal. I told my chat, or I told my Discord, right when I watched Ron Hicklin's review, that I think Ron Hicklin just like destroyed all sales for the Apex Jackal. He was the first one to come out with a review because Motive staffers just don't post ball reviews, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. And it was bad. He did not like that thing. He struck maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times at most. And he had he didn't say any bad things, but he said almost no good things about that ball. And apparently Charles, I haven't watched the hype yet, but apparently he kind of like tries saving it, saying like it's good for a different situation, but not for the one he was in. So I'm very curious. I am actually purchasing one early to be able to get a review to you guys. I'm kind of like, I don't want to say fed up, but like I'm a little bit disappointed that there aren't more Motive ball reviews. So I said, all right, I'll drop a couple $100 and put one out myself because I want to be able to actually get some Motive reviews out there for you guys. Unfortunately, Motive stuff gets the least amount of views, so I'm going to be out some money, but I think it's necessary. I think it's really needed. And Corona, thank you for the follow. I got League tonight. Wish me luck. Hey, good luck, man. I bet you'll kill it tonight. You'll beat me. Hook, thank you for all the gifts as well. Really appreciate that. All the lives and the heart me. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm very curious to see like Rosdal's review. I think his is going to be interesting. Turtle Guy, I don't think the hype liked it. No, that's what it sounds like. I haven't watched his at all, but apparently he didn't. William, my Monday league started off with a phase 2, then the lanes dried up. So I used the Typhoon. Hey, there you go. That's a good combo. Don, Ice Lanes in Sterling, Colorado will be hosting a Masters tournament in February. That's pretty sick. Yeah, Masters tournaments are pretty common. I'm actually bowling one on Sunday here in Minnesota. We actually have 3 of them in Minnesota. We have Twin Cities hosts a Masters tournament. Minnesota hosts a Masters tournament. And then our major tournament like series called the Central Bowlers Alliance hosts their own Masters tournament. There's actually 3 of them, which is crazy. So you bowl on that 2025 Masters pattern way too many times. And I am currently averaging 255 in game 1 on that pattern with a Pink Widow. So hoping to keep that up. Hopefully my games after that do a little better though. Pattern's hard. Pattern is a grind. Bracken, do you think the danger zone would be close to the alert? No, not even close. No, the danger zone is like 2 steps down from an alert. It's going to be way weaker and way quicker down lane. So the alert is going to be better for more oil than the danger zone. Jeremy, Stormball. Yeah, there's apparently a Storm announcement on January 1st. So Storm, I don't think they really said much. They just said like the next greatest innovation in bowling is coming on January 1st. And there are, sounds like Hank Boomershine is going across the country a little bit to talk about stuff about the innovation team. So I'm expecting some interesting things. I just don't know what. I think I'm going to actually live stream it. I think Storm will probably get really unhappy with me, but I think I'll be live streaming their event, just doing like a reaction to it because it should be kind of interesting. How? Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, it's a little weird, a little interesting. Be very curious. Vito, speed dominant, 180 to 200 revs. Would be a strong symmetrical solid in Pearl. If you want a solid, phase 2 stealth mode is really good. If you want to go motive, primal ghost. But if you want a symmetrical Pearl, phase 2 Pearl, Rockstar amped. I wouldn't even go a Nebula. I think you have to go to strong sharp for motive. I think the Nebula will be too weak for you. But I would go like Brunswick, maybe. They kind of got rid of all their strong symmetrical Pearls, unfortunately. I think the only one left is like... No, they got rid of that too. I think the Ricochet return is like the only option, or a snapshot hybrid, which is kind of disappointing. So you don't really have much for them. Corona, first year bowling. Hey, that's awesome. Love to hear that, man. Love to hear that. Robin, on my way to the pro shop to buy the Street Rally. Street Rally looks good. It's not going to get sold. It's going to be discontinued in 7 months. But it looks good. But that's kind of the disappointing thing with all the non-Hammer and Brunswick companies in the Brunswick brand is they just don't get sales. Good ball, bad ball. I think the best comment I've heard about that ball is like, if it had a Hammer logo on it, it would sell like hotcakes. It would be lights out. Everyone would buy 8 of them. But because it has a Columbia logo on it, people don't want it. It's just how it is. It's kind of funny how much that logo on the ball really does matter of what brand. Because Brunswick, remember, all of their stuff is made by the same guys. They just kind of pick and choose. This is going to be a Hammer ball. This is going to be a Brunswick ball, whatever it may be. They have core designers who do like 3 companies each, and then Radical's got their own dude. But otherwise, yeah, it's kind of interesting how that works. But it's all made in the same place. So Hammer stuff is not objectively better because it's made right next to a Brunswick ball or right next to a Trek ball. So same cover guys, same everything. Dolomite, honestly not a Pepsi fan, so those sounded nasty. That's fair. If you don't like Pepsi, you're not going to like the prebiotic one. Xander, do you think the Phase 2 Pearl will be better than the Amped? I don't know about better. I think it's going to be very similar, and I think it's going to sell better. But right now, I'm very much like, they're so close together. Very few people can see a difference between them. Like, if you watch any review, you'll see them go Phase 2 Pearl versus Rockstar Amped, and they're like, it's like, maybe it's a board different. It's like, they're so close. You don't need both. Like, one or the other. They're both really good. I think they're both fantastic. I've had both. I made reviews of both. I really like them both, but they're just too close together. Like, I can't bring both to a tournament, which stinks, because I'd love to. Jaybird, I'm over the new ball releases. New strategy is get the balls that make it between 8 months to a year, like the Vaporize. Well, the Vaporize made it like I'd only made it like 15 months. It was kind of disappointing. But no, I mean, that's kind of the tough, like bowling balls at the end of the day, one of the most common comment that I get on every single new ball preview is there's too many bowling balls. It's like every company is aware that they're making a lot of stuff. Like they're not blind to it. They've addressed it that they make a lot. But if they drop those amount of bowling balls they make, their revenue drops and then they have to like get rid of people or things like that, which is really unfortunate. So if they've noticed the less bowling balls they put out, the less money they make, and then people start getting fired, and we don't need that in the bowling world. We don't need the companies getting smaller by any means. Jim, when C300 drops some new gear and it outshines a Jackal, I don't know how to process. I want to say to everybody, though, this is going to be the big point I want to make. Like every live stream, I try to like have one point that I want to get across to the general bowling community, the 100 and so people, 150 people that are hanging out here, and then the couple thousand that'll watch after, is this fact. Right now, for every ball, this isn't just the Apex Jackal, but it's every ball that comes out. There are very few ball reviewers who give a ton of information about the ball. On 99% of ball reviews, unless your name is Luke Rosdahl, every ball review is going to be one bowler, it's going to be one oil pattern, it's going to be comparing it to 0 other bowling balls. You're seeing 10 to 15 shots of one style, and that person does the same thing on every ball review in the same spot on the same oil pattern. So there's not a whole lot you can get out of every single ball review, which is very unfortunate. Like Hicklin's, I got 0. Unfortunately, I love CTD. I love Ron Hicklin, but I didn't get anything out of his Apex Jackal ball review, minus he doesn't like it. That's about all I got out of it. I didn't get anything else. He didn't throw any other balls against it. He didn't throw like a Crimson Jackal or like a Viking or something, Black Widow Mania, something similar. And that's one of the big issues. So right now, there's a lot of negativity on that Apex Jackal. And like, it's fair. Our only sample size is like 3 ball reviewers who all say they don't like it. But we haven't really seen another ball against the Apex Jackal. Like Hicklin, there could have been something weird like what my lanes had last week, where the lanes just hooked miles or the ball burned up too early. Like, there's a lot of things that can happen, and I don't think we really see that in ball reviews. So we get to see one pattern, one situation, one very tiny sample size. So one of the reasons that I'm coming out with an Apex, why I'm dropping $220 on an Apex Jackal is because is to show you guys, like, here are the comparisons. We'll compare it to a Viking. We'll compare it to an Origin. We'll compare it to an Energize. We'll compare it to a Phase 2 Pearl. We'll compare it to a lot of stuff just to kind of showcase what it looks like against other bowling balls that are in kind of the similar vein to it. So that's kind of the one thing we're missing right now. So I think that'll be good, hopefully. I did see Amazing Robin. The hype has been getting better with his ball reviews, doing more comparisons. I think our little community over here, it does have a little bit of an impact because I've been a jerk about pushing that to a lot of people. So I think I don't think many, I don't know if many influencers actually pay attention to bowling YouTube. But if they do, hopefully they've heard this, and hopefully this has actually caused them to want to create more ball comparisons and try to improve the ball review game for you guys. Hopefully that's the case. I really hope so. Dolomite, I only like the ball reviews that roll a whole game, but even in a whole game, I don't get anything. Even if I get a new ball, I get nothing out of one game of bowling. Like, I need 5 to 10 games to truly understand what that ball does. I need, at a minimum, 5 to 10 games on 2 different patterns is usually my go-to. And I can't do that in a ball review, but I think just comparisons. Like, I want to know what it does against some of the staples that are out there. That's one thing that we're missing. So maybe we'll get more of them as the years go on and people notice that people like that, but I'll be curious. I'll be very curious. Let's see. I did see one more. No, I think I missed that comment. But yeah, that is my little rant on that. I did record a ball review video, but it got really mean, so I'm going to delete it, unfortunately. But I really hope we see more Apex Jackal ball reviews to see who likes it, because there's no ball in the world that everybody dislikes. Hell, even people like the Torpedo Direct Hit. It's crazy. People might even like this stupid pyramid ball I just drilled. I should here, check this. I drilled this. I'm gonna make a video on it. Pyramid Prime Solid. Right? It was $99 online for Black Friday. It might be the worst bowling ball I have ever thrown down a lane. The Torpedo Direct Hit might not be bottom tier anymore. The DNA might not be bottom tier. This was eye-opening, very eye-opening of what a bowling ball cannot do. So there aren't many bowling balls, and people like this ball. People love this thing. It's crazy. There are some people who are like, Pyramid is the best brand. This Prime Solid is the GOAT, which is crazy. So even the worst balls, someone's going to match up to. So I'll be very curious to see who matches up to that Apex and puts out a positive review. It'll be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting. Why was Brunsnick's chat so toxic to you? Were they toxic again? Let me know. Yeah, shoot me screenshots if they are. I'm trying to I think I need Brunswick to be aware that their main marketing guy and one of the heads of their companies is being negative towards an influencer. That's just unfortunate if it is. Yeah, shoot me screenshots or let me know. All right, let me keep checking up though. Turtle Guy got a new PR on Monday. 191 with the phase 2. Nice. Congratulations, man. That is awesome. Love that for you. Matt, what's up? Punch up an alert. Can't wait to throw it. Dude, I'm tempted to throw an alert. I'm tempted to buy one. Marquez, I have a mix of used and new balls with different layouts. My Ghost has always been amazing for me. Would it be bad for me to use that layout on everything else? No, if you like an asymmetrical ball or a symmetrical ball, it rolls really good for you. Use the layout again. Keep using the layout. Try it out. Keep trying it. Usually people, what they do is they stick to 1 to 2 layouts. They use those and then they barely touch other layouts, which is good. That's a great idea, I think. Big Mike, I think you're lying. There's no way someone said pyramid. Oh no, pyramid. Yes, there are people out there who love pyramid. I can guarantee. I've talked to multiple. It's crazy. They like it, which is good for them. That's awesome. Good for them. They really like the brand. It rolls well for them. Happy for them. Just not my cup of tea. Cobra, what's going on, man? How have you been? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really good. Good to see you. Bowls in Crocs, Storms 10 ways or whatever. They're my new favorite because it's different styles. I love that idea, but it's highly expensive. It is so expensive to do that 6 ways video. It's awesome. They spend so much money having their random employees throw it. It's good. I think it's a really cool series. I think it's great to be able to see the different styles. Kind of like Radical, they do a good job with Throwbot. Now their views get 500 views, which is disappointing, but I mean, it's a good idea to show different rev rates, different speed. It's good. It's awesome. It is awesome. Maria, what's going on? How you doing? I just got a new high series of 646 and a game's a 222, 228. Nice. Congratulations. Ricky, didn't know you were live tonight. Yeah, I had to move my live from last night to tonight. So here we are. We're here for a couple hours. Gonna hang, gonna vibe, gonna have a good time on a Thursday night. Gonna drink some Arnold Palmer. It's great. Let's see. RJ, what happened from the send list of the X Factor? We're still trying to figure it out behind the scenes what happened. We're assuming that Storm thought my partnership was a temporary thing or a one-time thing. So we're just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm really hoping it's not something negative of they booted me from the list for some reason, but we'll see. I'm hoping to get more Storm reviews for you in the future. I think it'd be very unfortunate if that's not the case. But hopefully that is. Hopefully it is. Husing, love your content. Thank you, man. What do you think about the international balls? They have such different color core combinations. Why don't they do that for Northern America? I think the reason they don't do it in North America is the reason that people don't like the ball market right now is that there's so many bowling balls, where a lot of the ones overseas are it's like Mr. Potato Head, where you've got you're taking the core of this ball and the cover of this ball, smashing them together with a bright color. But then next one, you're taking the same core, but you're grabbing a different cover, smashing them together. They just have so many cool ones but there's so many. That's the big thing, where a lot of the companies here try to release less. So there's more balls released overseas than there are in the States. And that's because of just who's what each demographic likes to do. Where overseas, nobody really complains about how many balls are coming out, where stateside, they really do. So they're trying to like play that middle ground of like what's too much. And overseas, they are A-okay with it. Yofo, I finally hit a 300 at a pro shop buying balls plus drilling. Congratulations. That's awesome. It's still a 300. It counts. It absolutely counts. GT, in past streams, you would say Hysteria and Venom Shock is a good one too. Absolutely. I would agree with past Zach. In general, what does it mean to complement each other? So a complement is usually where you can throw one ball and then you can immediately switch to the other when you need a new look, when the lanes transition. That's always what I think when they complement each other well. When one you start with, it starts hooking too much, you go to the other one and then you're good to go. Like Venom Shock, it's going to be good for hooking early, being smoother. If that's too smooth or hooking too early, you go to Evoke Hysteria and then you're good to go. So that's really what I see with the complimentary bowling balls. Larry, congrats to your fiance on her award ceremony. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'll let her know. I think she just texted me that she landed in Hawaii, which is awesome. What are your thoughts on the Zigzag Solid? Zigzag Solid was the first version of the Evil Eye, is how I see it. Where the Zigzag had a really unique core. It was basically the same concept that the Evil Eye had, but worse colors and less marketed. Where if you drilled it super strong, it acted like a super strong ASIM. You drill it super weak, it's like a mid-tier, a mild ASIM. So that ball was really unique, but it rolled pretty forward. It was very smooth, very slow. So just kind of how it is. It was okay. Brandon, I was trying to get the attention star. My pro shop does not have it. What would be a similar ball? Right now, honestly, what was the one? RST Hyperdrive Pearl is a 1-2 combo. Absolutely. I think that's a pretty good one. Let's see. Jason Cantrell, Pyramid is not junk just because it's made in China doesn't mean anything. It's really good. See, exactly. I rest my case. There's someone who likes Pyramid. Just what we were talking about, which is okay. That's awesome. Good for you. I hated it. This was the worst bowling ball I've ever thrown. And I'm not saying Pyramid in general is this bad, but the ball tested at 78 hardness compared to 73 from the rest. It shined up within about 4 shots and it flared around the entire ball and just really didn't hook. It acted like it just didn't roll well. It just did not roll well. Like I had an Effect Tour, I had an Idol, and I had an Ion Max. And I think I maybe split the 8-9 2 times with that, with the Prime Solid. So it was unfortunate. I was hoping it'd be like a low-key sleeper. I was really hoping for that, but it just wasn't. So kind of disappointing. Kind of disappointing. Cinnamon, what would be a good transition ball after the Equinox Solid on house? Not worried about brand. I think you want to go with like something a little weaker. I think you want to go like a milder ASIM Pearl, like an RST Hyperdrive Pearl, or even like a Viking. Or I mean, the Vaporize is gone, unfortunately, but like a Theorem might not be too bad. Something like that. I think would be pretty decent. Otherwise, you can go like to a stronger symmetrical ball. Unfortunately, Brunswick kind of got rid of a lot of their strong symmetric pearls, but you go like a Rockstar Amped or a Phase 2 Pearl. Sam, String Pin Central here in Sussex, Wisconsin. I heard you guys are getting a lot more string pins over there. Gabriel, what do you think about the Motive Venom for beginners? Yeah, absolutely a great ball for beginners. Jason, international distributors only get one brand, so they need more choices per brand. There you go. Mr. 87, 628 in the league. Nice. That's awesome. Maria, what ball will get discontinued next from Motive? If I had to guess, I'd say Lethal Venom or Sub-Zero Forge. One of the two is going to be the next one gone. I don't know which one, but I'd guess one of those two. It's been about long enough for those. And Motive's been getting rid of their stuff a little quicker lately, which is kind of interesting, an interesting trend. Motive used to keep stuff for like 2 years at a minimum. Now they're getting rid of stuff within a year a lot. So it's interesting. Brendan, what's a good strong and smooth ball? There's a lot of good options. I just put out my top 5 strong and smooth video. I had like Jackal Onyx, Equinox Solid. What else did I have on there? What else did I have? No, not Theorem Solid. Can't remember what else I had on that list. I'm really sorry, but that list had a really good one. Do I think the Arctic Vibe will be discontinued soon from Xander? Yes, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. It's been out a while. It's been out a long time. So I think it's going to be going soon. Brendan, what's your favorite ball for a benchmark at the moment? I'm really still liking the Effect Tour. I think Effect Tour is my number 1 right now. Slap and Tickle. Wow. Do you think I'm being a fool by only throwing Hammer? Always been brand loyal, don't know why. No, the good thing with Hammer is they have a really good selection of bowling balls, right? Like Hammer is really, really good at they have like 15 balls in production or something, 18 maybe. They're really good at having just a wide array. Them and Brunswick are the only two from the Brunswick brands that actually have an arsenal in their lineup. Like the other, like Track, you can't really make an arsenal. Columbia, you really can't make an arsenal, especially with the rally being gone. But a lot of the brands, you really can't make a 6-ball arsenal. But Hammer, you actually can, which is okay. That's awesome. I think the biggest brand right now as a brand alone is Hammer. They sell better than everybody. Hammer balls always sell lights out. Black Widows are the best-selling balls every single year. Yeah, Deviate you can't. Exactly, Michael. You really can't with Deviate. They've got, what, 7? Ooh. Guys, I have one of the coolest things that I am going to be doing tomorrow. I just got a text about it. It is going to be talking to some really cool people in the bowling world. I'm really hoping it goes public. But I will keep you guys up. I'm tickled pink. Wayne, we might see some cool bowlers that I get to talk to and discuss bowling things with. Which is, again, the biggest thank you to you guys for allowing that opportunity to happen. Even if Brunswick's chat hates me. I love that. Every week, it's always someone comes in and is like, yeah, these guys are talking trash about you again. I'm like, God dang it. What? I haven't even talked to the dude. I never have. He doesn't answer. All right, let's keep going. Wayne, I forgot it was Thursday this week. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for that. After this, it's going to be Wednesday. But remember, next week is the 2025 Bowling Ball Award Show. We are almost at 1,000 total votes. So if you haven't voted in our Bowling Ball Award, poll, make sure to do that. It's in our description on YouTube. Everywhere else, it's in our link tree in our description of the channel. Make sure to go check that out because it's going to be a really fun show. I'm going to be grinding all weekend because it's going to be, we are currently in a cold weather warning in Minnesota. I forget the official name of it. It's going to be like -degrees every day this weekend. So I'm going to be sitting down and grinding some really cool stuff for the award show. It's going to be the most time I've ever put into a live stream. I really hope you guys like it. It's going to be 6 p.m. Central next week. So make sure to go vote. Trying to get to 1,000 votes. I think it'd be really cool if we get there just to see. My original goal was 10,000. I was really hoping like, you know, that little pipe dream of like USB-C or like Storm or Motive shares it. But unfortunately, if there's a rep out there who's watching this, go share it. Go share it. That'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. I wish we could. I want it to become like the biggest thing in bowling of like an award show. I think it'd be really cool. Maria, where can we vote? It is, if you go to my channel on TikTok, there's going to be a link for Linktree. It'll be linktr.ee. Click on that, and the very first link is going to be 2025 Bowling Ball Award Show. So go to that. It's a Google form, and then you can fill it out. There's only about 8 things on there. Make sure to not skip Bowling Ball of the Year. That is an open field that you can type in whatever you want. So make sure to do that. I'd really, really appreciate it. Will you be dressed as Santa during the awards? No, but I'm going to be dressed up like an award show. You're going to get me all spiffed out. We're going to get interviews. What is he wearing? What is he feel wearing today? Oh, this is Amazon brand. No big deal now. I do have an Amazon brand suit. That was for a Halloween outfit. Juliano, what's going on? Watching from the Twin Cities. Are you excited for everything in 2026? Dude, 2026 is going to be nuts. I'm so excited. I'm going to be in the cities like every week, basically, just for all these different events going on. I'm so upset. I'm out at Nationals for half of the World Series. I'm so upset about that. Demo Bob, do you think the reason for Ryan Barnes' urethane layout 5x4 by -2 VLS? Probably because the IQ 78 is not a good bowling ball, and you need to do whatever you can to trick it. I think is his main reason. The IQ is just, you got to drill it weird. You got to drill the 78 weird to make it look good. Like I drilled mine too strong, and it's not good. Steve, need something for my wife to replace her reality. She's speed dominant, lower revs. Has an Ion Max and an RST. Might need something quicker. If you want quicker, the Origin was a good choice for a while, but that's gone. Equinox Solid is a touch quicker. I would polish an Equinox Solid, or if you can find like a Physics Blackout or a Origin, I think would be awesome. I think those would be really cool options. Yofo, are pearls better than solid on house shots? Sometimes, sometimes not. It depends on the house shot, honestly. I hate giving the sometimes option, but Hooray, it's like the Grammys for bowling balls. Exactly. And it's going to be much worse quality because I don't have tens of millions of dollars to throw at it. But it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. I'm going for like, yeah, basically like the light version of the Grammys. I think it'll be pretty fun. It'll be a regular 2-hour stream. It's going to be super fun. Roy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you for following. Coop creates. Do pro shops make more on selling balls or drilling them? Oh, drilling them for sure. Pro shops don't make much on selling bowling balls because the online retailers have kind of forced pro shops to lower their prices on bowling balls. Like when I say that when I tell you guys like, hey, what was one that just came out? The Next Factor is $200. Well, in the past, before Bowlersmart, before bowling.com, before bowlingball.com, these guys could charge $250 for it, for that Next Factor, and be fine. Like, there are stories of guys selling balls for $300, but now you can't, because if your pro shop said, I'll sell it to you for $250, and you're like, well, I can get it for $50 cheaper on bowling.com. Make sure to go check out bowling.com. Then they're like, we got to lower it to $200. But then they make their money back on the drilling. That's really, because drilling is like 15 to 25 minutes of labor versus actually having to buy the ball, because buying a ball at cost is actually still very expensive. It's like, I mean, a big ASIM, a pro shop is probably spending $140 to $160. Crazy. Adam, all I've seen is that the new Jackal doesn't do what they say it should. I don't know about that. They really said that. I mean, the thing that I saw is that the RG is high and the ball takes a while to hook. I haven't really seen the flare lines on it. And again, we've only seen it a couple of times. Steve, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doesn't have to be SCPI. Any brand, she has an origin. First of all, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. But if you're not looking at the origin, if you want something quicker than the origin, I'd go Viking. I'd really go a Viking. I think that's a really good option right now. I think the Viking's one of the better balls on the market, but it's just highly ignored. Pow, I'm really stuck between the Ion Pro Solid and the Origin EX. I have an Ion Pro and an Attention Star. Do you think either of these would be effective? I would go... If you need something stronger than an Ion Pro, like earlier, go with the Origin EX. If you want something later and quicker, go the Ion Pro Solid. Willie, wow, a Pink Widow. Steve on in, quick does equal sharp. Correct. Yes, a Pink Widow sighting. It's awesome. I love that Pink Widow. Slow Civic, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate it. Make sure to follow if you haven't or subscribed. It's the best way to help support the channel. Best way to help us do all these things that we do. We have another video coming tomorrow, by the way, top 5 strong and sharp balls. That one I'm going to get some flack for. I know I'm going to get some hate for it. I got a little bit of hate already on the strong and smooth one. I'm going to get a lot of hate for the strong and sharp. Ugh. There are some good balls that people don't like, though. Or not don't like, just don't buy. Joshua, what do I do to work on? If I can get high games like 220, 245, 255, and I average 160 and I can strike, but my shots are never the same. You're probably muscling the ball a lot. You're probably trying to throw it instead of rolling it. Because the more muscle you use, the more inconsistency there is. So that's probably a big one. And then also spares. It's always a big one. Pat Martin, I love my Physics Blackout, but it's getting worn out. What do you think is a new replacement? There are almost no replacements for the Physics Blackout right now. There's not much that's similar to it, which is very, very sad. If you want, I would say the closest thing, man, that's hard. Hypnotize, I think, is decent. Energize, I think, is decent. You'll have to go to Brunswick, unfortunately. Motive doesn't really have anything there anymore either. The EJ Jackal kind of fits there, but really, that's just like a big hole in the bowling world right now. Kind of unfortunate. Josh Getty, what's going on? Watching on 1.5 speed to catch up. Ooh, I already talk fast. That's going to make me talk super fast. I should have talked even faster earlier then to really mess with you. Love having you here, Josh. Thanks for hopping in. All right, Matt, think of the Motive Ball as an investment. Maybe they like your review and you get on their send list. Maybe. They've commented on my YouTube videos. They just don't put me on their send list. They have guys on the send list who don't make videos, which is crazy, and they don't throw the ball. I can't believe that. That one's always wild. Like it's crazy. I always thought that was a big thing, but before I got into this world. Eddie, work on staying on inside a ball. Always a good play. Joshua, we hit. Jim, live reactions are good for press releases. That's what I would think. So hopefully they don't hate me for it. But yeah, we will probably try to live stream that January 1st event from Storm. We'll do like a 45-minute stream, hour-long stream, just talking about it and see what's going on. I don't know if we'll be able to do it on YouTube because I don't want Storm to copyright it. That's my big concern. If I'm taking views from them. I know Storm doesn't care as much about their views. They won't delete anything like some other brands might. But it's always a worry. It's always a worry with copyright. And UAV, should I have a burn ball? I use the No Mercy for start and Purple Hammer for... Yeah, I would recommend a Pearl Ball. Luke Less, my Ion Pro is dying and it's my goat. Should I buy another or get the solid? The other is going to be hard to find. The Ion Pro, I wasn't able to make a video because this week has been so terrible, but the Ion Pro is discontinued. The original Ion Pro has been fully discontinued moving forward, and there aren't many left out there. Bowler X is sold out. I actually have a friend of my tournament team who bought the last one. So there aren't many left over, which is crazy. How we hit, UAV we hit, Jim. I can't wait for the rally to go on closeout. I'm surprised it's not already. Like, it's been discontinued for a week now. Willie the Rhino on TikTok. What should be my ball after the Origin? I mean, Rockstar Amped or Phase 2 Pearl would probably be best. Shaquille Oatmeal, thank you for the follow. Appreciate I thought you've been here for a while, man. Unless there's multiple Shaquille Oatmeals who join in. Roy over on TikTok. I have a High Road and a Black Widow 2.0. Should I pick up another ball? Yeah, you absolutely can. If you feel it like there's a gap, I'd get something in between the two. Get like a stronger symmetrical ball. Jake, what's up? Shot my first 600 in the 4th varsity match. Congratulations, man. That is awesome. First 600 is always a big moment. That's super cool. I remember when I was first starting, I hit 599 3 times before I got to 600. I think one of the times I even missed a spare. That was really fun. That was super fun. Tiny Turtle, love the Hustle Store. Love Hustle Storm Roto Modem. Nice. Urethane Replacement, the new 2.0 is your play. JR Rodriguez, if I had a Rockstar Solid, is it worth it getting the amped? Yeah, I think it is. If you want to play more right, though, you'll want like an IQ 2 or an Ion Pro. But if you want a Pearl, I'll get further down lane and be sharper. The amped is really. Joshua, we hit. Luke, we hit. Beach TV, another Ion Pro if it's your GOAT. Absolutely. Brennan, what's your favorite benchmark at the moment? I hit is an Effect Tour. What's your favorite strong and smooth ball on the market? Right now, Jackal Onyx or Ion Max. I just drilled an Ion Max, brand new one. My room right now smells so much like strawberry milkshakes. It's that smell is insane. It's so strong. But I liked the 20 shots I've thrown with it so far. Rolled really good. Jim, the hype had a comparison to make sure it wasn't him or the lanes. Oh, that's good at least. That's huge. Dolomite, I only like the ball reviews. Oh yeah, we hit that one. All right, I got to catch up a little bit on this side. M. Wilson, I just got here. Did I miss the Storm surprise? No. Yes and no. I mean, we don't know much about it, which is kind of hard. Like, Storm has teased January 1st, there's this next big innovation, and then they didn't really say much else. Last year, they did the same exact thing, if you guys remember, with the level. They had, like, a little level on their page, and they said, something big is coming, and it ended up being the level. So maybe we're getting the level up, the level 2, the level down, the level super level? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a level, maybe not. I'm not really sure. I've heard nothing about what the next ball will be. Big Mike, are the people saying Pyramid is the best one-handers with thumbs and speed dominant, throwing it hard and in? Maybe. I think that brand is really good for rev dominant guys, though. Like, I'm 2 for 2 on strikes when I threw that Pyramid ball two-handed. I am not 2 for 2 when I throw it one-handed. I think I struck 2 times in about 30 shots one-handed. Duncan, I've seen lots of people comparing the Nebula to the Phase 2 Pearl and the Amped. No, they're not close. No, the Nebula is much weaker. It's much weaker than both of them. It's a good step or 2 down from the Phase 2 Pearl and the Rockstar Amped. Absolutely. Darkborg, looking for a symmetrical solid for my dad for Christmas. Any opinion on the Stealth? Stealth is really good. Stealth is one of the better balls on the market right now. Definitely a better ball on the market right now. Tabby over on TikTok. Can you make a spreadsheet for 236 Arsenal? Then recommendations appear when you choose your ball. If I had more time, 100% I would. 100% I would try that out, man. I've always wanted to make some kind of app for bowling. Like, I had an idea of that in college for a while, but I just don't have the time, unfortunately. Jer Bear, I can get you a discounted Apex Jackal. No, that's all good, man. I already got it coming. Foam, 2 hands, hammer effect urethane looks cool. Dude, that thing looks sick. I love that effect effect urethane looks so cool. And now that I've seen the effect tour, I love that effect tour core in a urethane cover stock, but I don't think it's the year of the urethane, unfortunately. Unfortunately. They said they're working on a true asymmetrical version of the Evil Eye earlier today. There's no reason. That ball's going to hook at 20 feet. It's going to do what the Max Bias did. The Max Bias got discontinued instantly. That ball sucked. I really hope they're not actually just making a stronger Evil Eye. Like, they should really base everything off the Evil Eye. Whatever they're making next, just pop the Evil Eye cover on it or logo on it. That thing sold lights out for them. It shut out their Intel series, which is crazy. But they better not make a stronger one. A Pearl one? Good. That'd be genius. That'd be perfect. Just ride the wave. If they try getting fancy and cheeky and make an asymmetrical one that's like truly asym, but also hooks at your toes, that thing's gonna sell like 4 units and then it'll get discontinued. Not a good idea. But what do I know? I'm just gonna get trashed for making that comment, actually. Dang it. Let's see. Big Mike got an email saying at 10:30, Buddy's Pro Shop will go live with Packy with a Danger Zone review. Oh, good. I'm glad he's finally making one. I know Packy's super busy, dude, but I would love if he did more ball reviews. He actually did pretty good ball reviews. He's a smart dude. He's really good with that kind of stuff. He understands bowling balls really well. I would love to see that. I wish he did a few more like early, but the ball review game is so odd right now. So odd. Mark Leftridge, Cleveland is checking in. What's up, man? How you doing? Got a new Black Widow 2.0 hybrid and a Rosh. I put the Hammerhead or maybe a Crown Vic in the number 2 slot. I would go Crown Vic if you want something in between. The Hammerhead's going to be earlier than the Black Widow hybrid. I'd watch out for that. Balrog Black Venom greater than Nyan Pro Solid. Wow, that's a call. That's a hot take. Whew, that is a very hot take. Black Venom is really good. That thing's awesome. Let's see. TJ Devon, would the Danger Zone and the Ice fit well in the Weak Smooth, Weak Sharp? Correct. That is exactly where it's going to fit. I think tomorrow on Facebook and all my other places, I'll be posting my new categorization charts for Brunswick. So I do have new ones made. I made them yesterday while in the car on the way to that award show for my fiance. But yeah, I will be getting that out very soon. They are both weak bowling balls. It actually fits pretty well in the spot that I had. Mike, I got an email from PBA saying CBS Sports will have 35 hours of bowling. Yeah, which is awesome. I'm really happy for that. Yeah, with 5 events. So I'm really excited. There's going to be a lot of bowling on TV this year. A little unfortunate. It's going to be on Paramount Plus too, which isn't bad, but Beach Storm's covers are too grabby for a lot of house shots. I mean, I think a lot of their older ones were hooking a little bit earlier, but I don't think the newer ones are. They're trying to make stuff that hooks super late. Drew Bobek shot 800 yesterday on Facebook. Congratulations, man. That is really cool to hear. Huge congratulations. First 800 is massive. Massive deal. Make sure to celebrate. Go get that ring. That's super cool. Ironically, I do not have an 800 ring. I've shot 4 of them, I think, and all of them are in unsanctioned leagues. I do not have a sanctioned 800. Whoops. I think one is in a tournament too. So that they don't do that for tournaments usually. Fayball, we hit pretty well. Urethane replacement, I think the new 2.0. Roy over on TikTok. I have a high road. Oh, we hit this one, man. Yeah, we just hit that one. Zen Stevie, thoughts on his video, the Crown 87 on house. On whose video? Or a Crown 87 on house? Because anywhere where the Crown was thrown on house is kind of tough. I know Rosdahl had a good one on it, but low key, I don't think we should care much about the Crown 78 until we've seen it on like stuff that urethane will be thrown on. Because you really shouldn't throw it unless you're on urethane or like a tougher pattern. There's reactive balls that'll score better for you usually, like 99% of the time. So I'll be curious to see how that Crown 78 does. It's such a unique ball because the Black Hammer is really good. And also, nobody in America needs a 78 hardness urethane that often. Like, the Purple Hammer is still legal. So, throw a Purple Hammer. Matt Tubby, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Huge thank you. Let's read that one quick. Bowling your first dual pattern tournament. Ooh. Ball choice and surface to Spartan Shark. Hyperdrive solid. Yeah, Hyperdrive solid 100%. Yeah, just throw the Hyperdrive solid. Shark is insanely long, so you are going to need a lot of ball. That or that effect that you have will be good too. And Salty Dub on Twitch, how do you think a Sub-Zero Forge compares to the Ion, Max, and Onyx later? It's going to be a touch later, but a lot smoother. The other balls you mentioned are going to be a lot quicker down lane, but otherwise close in terms of length. Yofo, Origin versus Effect. Effect is $45 cheaper. I think the Effect is a little longer, a little quicker. I love my Origin, but I think I would like an Effect too if I had it. I just have never had one. Justin C wanted the new zone balls, but only drilled up an Intel Recon and an Alert. Yeah, I wouldn't get the purple ice for sure. You might be able to fit the danger zone solid below your Alert, but it'll be above your Intel Recon. So that might not be terrible. Not the worst choice in the world. You just saw, Packy did it on house. Okay. Do you think the hammer would make a hammerhead pearl? 100%. I think the hammerhead was good enough where they should make one, and I'm guessing that's why the hazmat pearl was discontinued. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Probably, though. Maria, I moved up to 14 pounds, and I started throwing 12 to 14 miles an hour, but it still feels too light. Oh, that's a good problem to have, though. I'd stick with 14 for a little bit. Let your body get used to it a little, and then go up to 15, and you'll be good to go. Ruben, I'm getting a black hammer because I've thrown the ball on a friend of mine. It's very good. Should I drill it exactly the same or put the same layout, but my own pap? Through 785 over 3. I'd recommend the same layout then. Try the same layout. I'd check what the layout is for you versus what it is with, like, if it's a wonky layout, I wouldn't go with it. I'd put your own on then, but if you like it, if you shot really well with it, do that. Just do that. Lukeless, I've got a purple hammer, but obviously not usable in some cases now. I mean, it's usable in 99.9% of cases. Should I get a black hammer or the new 78 crown? How similar is a level to an Ion Pro? Don't get a level. I think if you have a urethane and you have an Ion Pro, you don't need a level. I don't think you need the 78 urethanes unless you're bowling like junior gold or nationals. Those are the only two situations where most of us ever need a non-purple hammer ball. Ruben, I'm getting a black hammer soon. We've hit Playful Movement. What's going on, man? Good to see you again. I was very surprised the Effect was discontinued before the Widow Hybrid. I'm guessing the Widow Hybrid is still selling lights out. That's my guess, is that it's a Black Widow, so I'm guessing it's still selling too well. It seems like they want to discontinue it, but it's like 3 years old, 2.5 years old at this point, but they just can't. It must be selling that well. So good for them. But anything with a Black Widow on the side is going to sell lights out. That's just how it is. Anything with an IQ on the side, anything with a high road on the side, it's all going to sell lights out. It's just how it is. Before you even put it into production, you're like, we are going to make this amount of money on this ball no matter what, which is crazy. Like, it's awesome. Turtle Guy, try making a 6-ball arsenal out of 900. Ooh. Yeah. Yep. It's not easy. Eddie, how many balls are you sent to review? Just one, or is it more? I'm currently sent 0 balls to review. I am right now the largest YouTuber who does not get bowling balls sent to them. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, there's got to be someone bigger who's like not on staff. And I think 220 average technically doesn't get anything sent to him. But I think, yeah, there aren't many of us. So I get nothing. I got a couple of storm balls about a couple of months ago. Actually, yeah, like late October. I got some storm stuff, but otherwise that's been it. I haven't gotten Motive ever. Brunswick, they haven't even tried. Almost everyone at Brunswick has been super nice and messaging me and all this stuff. But yeah, I'm not on their send list or anything. So I do not get any for reviews. So you've only really seen storm reviews on my channel, and you've seen maybe 1 or 2 Brunswick ones when I get a good friend on the channel to review it, but that's been about it. Really not a whole lot. Brandon over on TikTok, have a Sub-Zero, Crown Victory, and Power Hitter. Oh, that's awesome. I'd recommend a weaker solid, like an Alert or something might be good. Weird. My TikTok just got weird, but we're good. Ruben, you were spamming a little too much, man. Don't send that many messages, buddy. Wayne, will you be dressed as Santa? Oh, yeah, I hit that one. Big Mike, I'm looking at either a Brunswick Combat or an Evoke Hysteria. Combat, it's only $5 cheaper. The Combat has barely been purchased. I like the Combat. I think it's really good. I'd watch out for my Strong Sharp video tomorrow, which will help you figure out which one I like better. But I think they're both really good. Wayne, maybe Santa will leave a snapshot under your tree. So I bought a Super Cuda Pearl for Black Friday. I wanted to buy something, just get in the holiday spirit. But I was really tempted to buy a snapshot. It was like $100. Or a No Doubt was also $100. I was like, I haven't thrown Radical in a long time. I should try it, but nah. I was like, just kidding. I'll skip. Professor Turtle Guy, my phase Venom Shock, is very close to my phase 2. Would polishing the shock make a bigger step down? Yes, absolutely. Steve, she has an origin, doesn't have to be. Oh, no, don't worry about it, doesn't have to be SPI. Otherwise, quickness? God, that's hard. Energize is a step down, too. Sounds a little bit of a step down. It's a little smoother. DeFalco, ever try bringing the surface up on a ball with a wet magic eraser? No. I have not, man. I have not. That's awesome. That's a cool idea. I like those really weird like bowling tricks that actually work. That's awesome. Ooh, this is a question that I'm gonna be skipping through the line a little bit because I think it's really good. Corey Likey. Corey, love having you here. I know you've been out a lot. But Corey, with all the new balls coming out, how can you make an educated choice, especially when everyone is saying how great they are? What? Couldn't connect. What happened, TikTok? All right, thank you. Weird. But how can you pick when there's so much just excitement and no facts? That's one of the hardest things to do. My direct opinion, which is like very boring and basic, is wait to buy a ball. I would recommend not pre-ordering a bowling ball because a lot of the things you see, I mean, I just realized Creating the Difference is selling balls on their website. So I have a large issue with ball reviewing right now because everybody has something they're getting out of a ball review, whether it be like getting commission on sales or selling stuff through their shop or whatever it may be. Everyone who is really doing ball reviews now is selling them in a lot of ways. Most people, I should say, not everyone. But a lot of them are selling stuff in some way. They work at a ball company. They literally are an employee of the ball company, which is illegal, by the way. Ball reviewers, please, you have to put where you got the product from. It is illegal. We don't want FTC to be after us. But anyways, I'd wait. Waiting for a bowling ball is the best thing to do because once the ball is actually out to the public, you will hear more real reviews. You will hear real opinions on the bowling ball. You will hear real things, not a lot of this is the greatest ball ever made 10 times over. And I know it's common. We all know it. We've all seen it all over the place. Ball of the year was thrown around. I think I saw it maybe 10 times in the last 6 months of 2025, that whatever ball is ball of the year by various YouTubers, which is kind of disappointing because none of them, ironically, that they said are actually winning ball of the year right now. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Because that's one reason we're doing the award show is to show what do you guys as bowlers truly like for bowling balls. So honestly, what I would recommend is check out our ball award show next week. Not trying to like plug anything, but I think that'll help showcase like what do bowlers like? Not what do a singular ball reviewer like. What do all bowlers like for bowling balls? What is the best asymmetrical ball to them? What is the best symmetrical ball to them? What is the ball of the year to them? So I think that's a really good way is just wait a little bit. Jerry, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hello, hello. But yeah, I think that's usually a good play when you're curious to not, and then just don't fall for FOMO is a big one. Don't fall for FOMO. That's always in anything. That isn't just bowling. This is life lessons with Zach. Don't fall for FOMO. It is the most used marketing tactic that works so well. It works better than any of us would ever think. So don't fall for that. You'll be good to go. But anyways, let's see. O-Bike Fix. Nice. Love the name. Just jumped into the chat. Do you mention what Storm's doing? I mentioned it a few times, but let's look at it again quick. So we know very little, but we do know Storm Bowling has an announcement on January 1st. We know they are doing a live stream. I don't remember the time off the top of my head, but they have a live stream coming January 1st, which is great because I'm off, so I can do a live stream reacting to it, which is awesome. But Storm has an announcement. They say it's a very innovative thing and its big changes are coming. But that's it. They are not teasing a single thing. So we have no idea what is coming. Not a clue. So I'm very curious. We will find out, though, in 3 weeks-ish. Dolomite, funny. I heard solids are better than pearls on house shots. It's all and it depends. Like, it depends on the situation. If it's a very cliffed house shot, solids are generally better. But, like, in my building, pearls are usually the better option for just because the lanes hook so much. So you need a pearl to get down lane to not leave flat 10 pins. So it all depends on the building, all depends on the house shot. The hardest thing with house shots is they're so radically different from each other. A lot of you who hang in a lot have heard me say this spiel before, but I've seen house shots that are 38 feet, 21 mils. I've seen 46 feet. I've seen 35 mils before. Everything and anything across the board I've seen for a house shot. None of them actually like fit a criteria minus having like a higher ratio. That's about the only thing. So it all depends. Brandon, what is your favorite strong and sharp ball at the moment for house shot? You'll find out in our video tomorrow. It might rhyme with Smenergize. Maybe. T-Lop. Shot my second 600 and highest series. Congratulations, man. Really cool to hear. Huge congratulations. Love hearing your guys' success like that. Duncan, what ASIM from Motive or SPI would be a good transition ball for a sport pattern from a Sub-Zero or only? All right. ASIM from Motive or SPI, good transition from a sport shot for a Sub-Zero. Viking from Storm, I think, is a really good transition down from that. If you want to go Motive, Evoke Hysteria. Yeah, Evoke Hysteria has to be the answer. If you ask a Motive question, there's two right options. There's Motive, Evoke Hysteria, or Venom Shock. Seems like it's always a choice. George, I've got a crazy idea for your award show. How about selecting guests who submitted a ballot at random to do a video announcement for the winner of each category? It's a little late for that, but I kind of like that. My original idea was like I pull together like random bowling YouTubers or pros or something, but then I realized that I have only talked to like one other bowling YouTuber ever. At two, actually. That's the only two. And then I don't know any pros, so it didn't work out. But maybe next year, if this blows up enough, I'm really hoping I can get some like actual guests on. That'd be really cool. All right. Unfortunately, a lot of them probably can't be staffers because they probably can't make a Storm guy probably shouldn't make an announcement saying a Brunswick ball won or something. Pajama, how do you feel about detoxing balls? I think detoxing is good. I don't recommend buying one. I don't think it's worth it enough to spend a couple $1,000s. I think it's good to do if you really want to save a ball for another 50 games. Usually detoxing doesn't save it for long, but it saves it for just enough time so you can throw it a couple more times. So if you want to do that, that's what I would recommend, but I would not recommend buying a detoxer. I don't think it's worth it. Ethan Moat, swag craze pearl and hybrid, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not like my swag stuff at all. It was not good for me. It was very smooth. It was so slow down lane. Even the shiny stuff. Mets fan for life. Definitely Ion Max Pearl and Optimum Idol solid. I don't think so. It's kind of been confirmed the Ion Max Pearl is overseas, and the Optimum Idol already came out and didn't do that great. So I don't think we'll see another Optimum Idol. Nick Coltrela, it's the Ion Max Pearl. Heard it from a Malaysia contact. No, I did see a leak that Storm Malaysia came out and said it'll be stateside soon. Might be a year. It might be 2 years. You never know. That's the thing. Like some of those balls, like they get released overseas for like 8 months and then they come stateside. Grump, I'm late to the party. What's the news? The news is the Apex Jackal got announced. So very interesting. We went on many rants about don't take every ball review as like hard truth of like Ron Hicklin said this ball sucks, so I'm not going to buy it because it sucks. Like that's one person's opinion. I mean, I've said the DNA is the worst Storm ball made in the last 5 years. And then we have Brady McDonough come on and he's like, no, that ball was the GOAT. So he's much better at the bowling game than me, so I would trust him. But either way, everyone has a different opinion on it. I'll be curious to see what the opinions are in a couple of weeks, just after this first little mini batch of ball reviews is done. Michael, how fast do you expect the Energized to sell out? Not fast. Not very fast, I don't think. I just don't think people like it much. I mean, I don't know about that. I just think it's kind of like the combat where like, it's not getting much news. It's not getting much coverage. Like Brunswick has fully shifted away from the Energized. Their marketing, like Brunswick marketing is tough. It's a very tough spot. You have so many bowling balls coming out. So how do you talk about older ones? Radical actually has done a really good job lately. I'm impressed with them. Like not like actually making good marketing stuff. No, I think they still need to do some work. Just taking a picture of the ball under a Christmas tree is not good. Like that's not a great post. But I think they've done a better job at showcasing more of their bowling balls, where Brunswick, unfortunately, like their marketing side has, I mean, they're pushing the danger zones, of course. They're going to push the danger zones for a month. That ball's going to sell like crazy. But after that, not great. Brady, bowling, oh, DNA and the level. My bad, my bad. And the level, and the level. I'm glad. I'm glad you hopped in, man. I didn't know if you were here or not, so I'm glad I put up the Brady signal, and then here you are. That's awesome. That's perfect. Did you guys see me throw that out in the background? Just the Brady signal is great. Salty dub we hit. Grumpa, Jackal Apex definitely looks like it takes some being broke in to show potential. I mean, maybe. We'll see. Unfortunately, we've seen a max of like 12 shots with that ball on 2 lane conditions. So I don't want to dunk on motive quite yet for it. I think it's going to take a little bit. If we need to dunk on him, we'll dunk on him. That's okay. But we've dunked on everybody at this point. We've dunked on every brand. Just like Michael put on here that we already read that the true ASIM version of the Evil Eye, that's the dumbest idea ever. Just to be blunt. It's just not a good idea. I just don't think an ASIM Evil Eye is a great choice. Just like I hope this Apex Jackal isn't terrible, but right now it's not looking great. I'll have a review of it next week, hopefully, to see, but we need to wait. Frank, what is the difference of Ion Max and Paragon Shadow? Ion Max is going to be earlier, a little bit smoother than the Shadow, but the Shadow is pretty smooth. Bikefish, I know January 1st, they're releasing a teal clear Storm Spare Ball. Yes, that's going to be really cool. I'm very excited about that. I like that a lot. TJ, Luke Rosdahl's Danger Zone review is very good. The ball is looking good. Oh, he went full staffer. Yeah, he's not a staffer, and he mentioned it. Like, Luke doesn't do that much. But he did throw the old danger zones, and yeah, I've never heard him gush so much on a review, which was crazy. It was interesting, but the ball looks good. The cool thing with the danger zone, again, I think the reason that he likes it is he is a bowler. Like, he is a true bowler where it's $120 and it's a lot of bang for your buck. Like, that's a bowler's dream come true, is you can get a lot of hook out of $120. You don't have to wait for $200 to get a lot of hook out of it, which is awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. We're at about the hour mark, so make sure to drop a subscription if you haven't. Make sure to drop a follow on whatever platform you're on. Best way to help support the channel. Best way to help us get all of these videos coming out every week. 3 to 4 videos on YouTube every week. This week, I think we're at 4 or 5. Other weeks, for TikTok, it's 2 videos a day. For Instagram, Facebook, it's 1 to 2 posts a day. So huge thank you guys. You guys make these live streams so much fun. These are so awesome. I love doing these live streams. It helps us like have the drive to do a bowling ball award show or our top 5 series or whatever it may be. So thank you guys so much for the support. It means the world. It means an absolute ton. You guys have made this all super fun. I hope I've helped you guys out in the bowling world. I'm getting so sappy lately. God, I think it's me getting engaged. I've just gotten sappy. God, I just got to be meaner. Got to be cruel. Adam Johnson, can I send you a DM in a minute? Yeah, I'll answer it after the live stream is done, Adam. RJ, Ion Solid question. Can I add the Ion Solid to my medium sharp? An Ion Solid or Effect Tour? No, I don't think so. I don't think it'll fit in that medium sharp category no matter how hard you try. I think it's still going to be smoother and honestly, it's going to look similar to a real time. It's going to be a little smoother though, just with that mild ASIM. Brennan, what's your go-to spare ball? Right now I use a mix, but I'm sick and tired of this stupid mix hooking on me. God, that thing hooks just enough to be annoying. So I think I'm going to get an ice. I think I'm going to try getting one of those new yellow ices, unless you guys have a cool spare ball. I asked my Discord, and they didn't really have any good answers for what spare ball I should get next. So if you guys have some cool spare ball options, let me know. Something that looks funny, looks cool, whatever it may be. Let's see. Brennan, for a 3-ball arsenal, including a hyperdrive pearl, Rockstar, and Ocean Vibe. Is that okay for a house shot? Oh yeah, for sure. It looks really good for a house shot. Yeah, you got a couple pearls, you got a solid, good to go. I saw Aspire for Maria. The Aspires look good. The Aspires look cool. I know, I want a cool colorway. I want it to look good. I got the goal. Aided, as a speed dominant bowler, 18 plus miles an hour and throwing a hypnotize. Any suggestions on what balls to get or getting hook? So it depends. Do you want more hook or less? Do you want something hooking earlier? That's when you're going to want like an Evil Eye. You're gonna want like an Ion Max. You're gonna almost want a Zero Mercy Solid. If you want less hook, you want something quicker down lane, you're gonna want to go with like a Viking. You're gonna want to go with like a what's a good one? Black Widow Mania. You're gonna want to go like an Evoke Hysteria, something like that. I think would be good. Brandon, thinking about getting a Black Widow pink urethane. Is it good? I like mine for sport shots, but it's been discontinued for a couple of years, so I don't know where you'll get one. It'll be kind of tough to get. Mike, I had my phase 2 Pearl for 3 league nights. Averages 190. Better than the 170 you had. Nice. That is awesome. No, phase 2 Pearl is awesome. It looks really good. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of it. You want more hook? Yeah, Zero Mercy Solid might be your play, actually. Gabriel, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Love having you here. Drew Bobek, I feel like Hammer underestimates the Hammerhead by putting it in mid-performance. Maybe. The big thing, though, it is mid-performance, but remember, like, one of the biggest things that I get from people is, like, I'll put out, like, my categorization guides and someone will be, I think the biggest one I got was, like, the last one I got was Super Clutch is not medium strength. It's way too late. But a lot of the opinions that people have is, like, from their eyes of, like, I have a Super Clutch, and I don't think it's strong. I think it's weak. Well, this is based on the entire bowling ecosystem. This is based on all bowling balls that are out. I know every single ball that's in production and has been in production for 3 years now. And based on numbers, based on reactions, based on everything, these balls kind of fit where they do because of that. And all the ball companies do a really good job at it too. So the Hammerhead, like numbers-wise and strength-wise, does fit in that medium strength. But you might be someone who sees a lot more hook out of it just based on where you bowl or whatever it may be. So that's always the tough thing with all of these things, because they're all like, everyone has their personal opinion, which is awesome. But it's a good way to also tell what kind of bowler you are. If you think the Hammerhead's super strong, then you're probably more rev dominant and you're going to want weaker bowling balls. So that also is a good tell of it. Eddie, do any pro bowlers use a spare ball that is not perfectly straight? Yeah, some of them use reactive balls. Some of them use urethanes, but they usually flatten out their hand to spare then. They don't like, not many pros hook at stuff on tour. They're usually throwing pretty straight. I think hooking at spares is okay for a lot of situations, but those guys don't. Frank, I think January 1st might be talking about Ion Max Pearl. It's what everyone's thinking, but I've had a lot of people tell me it's definitely not the Ion Max Pearl. So we'll see. J Nev, attention star solid. I wish, dude. I wish. Lukeless, I am bowling junior gold. Well, if I qualify, which I did last year, nice. Okay, then you might want a black hammer, a Crown 78. I'd wait a little bit. I'd honestly wait a little bit. Keep throwing your purple hammer. And then once we get to a situation where like we know more about the Crown, because it literally released today. Like barely anybody has thrown that ball. So I would wait just a little bit more to see. Adam Messick, I love my Zero Mercy Solid. There you go. That's awesome. Good to hear. Matt, surface on the effect for Shark. I'd keep it at 3,000. Duncan Kessler, how do you experiment with different sold and slide combos? I never change out of rubber stoppers on my shoes. I usually adjust where I stand. Yeah, I would recommend just having that. So having multiple options of slides, because they're all Velcro, super easy to switch. So I'd recommend just switching between them just to find whatever fits you best in every center. I did see a couple things about spare balls. Let's see. Brennan, I have the same problem with the T-zone. Think I'm going to wait for Storm to release the clear teal. The clear teal looks so cool. Clear teal looks so cool. Tori, Pack and get away with throwing urethane on house. I don't have the speed or revs to pull it off. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Someone mentioned that EJ is going to strike a lot with the Apex Jackal this year. And I messaged back, EJ could strike a lot with a rock that he grabs from the parking lot. Like, you just give that guy like a cinder block or something, like just a cement block, he'll strike. He'll strike with it. He'll find a way. Grump, I decided to grab an effect and effect tour before they sold out. Hopefully the effect pinup won't be boring like my pin down. There you go. I love it. Nicholas, what's going on over on YouTube? Corey with the awesome question. I still love that question, Corey. Wayne, I think I told you before, but the Super Cuda Pearl replaced my Scorpion Strike as my weak ball. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's like a weaker medium sharp ball. I wanted the Ember to fit there, but my Ember sucks. It's just quick at times, and then it doesn't hook at other times. So the Super Cuda hopefully is a little better. I threw it a little bit tonight, but we'll see. How long do you think the Energize? Yeah, we talked about the Energize. Silly Willy, I've been looking at the Hammerhead. Would it be a good choice for house? Yeah, I think so. It'll be smoother. It'll be a smoother house shot option, but that's all right. Noah Scatland, I heard Zero Mercy Solid. Zero Mercy Solid has called a lot of people into the chat. Love it. Hook, tips or suggestions for improving rev rate? Yeah, you're going to want your hand behind the ball, so not on top of it. So when you throw, here's my Pokeball. You don't want your hand on release to be right here. You want your hand to be more behind the ball or even underneath it. That's going to be the best way to help improve your rev rate. NR, why don't you review the identity? Because I do not have the funds to buy every single ball that comes out. So I can only review, I generally only review balls that I can get early, that either I get for, that I have the chance to get early or that I get sent. And I've been sent almost no bowling balls. So that's why I don't really do many reviews like that, unfortunately. I'm hoping more come sometime in the future, but we'll see. Talon, the Ion Pro for every category. The Ion Pro's biggest lover, when he started loving it right when it got discontinued. JNev, OG Rockstar Ball of the Year. All right, fair. We've had a lot of people actually like the Rockstar Solid a lot, which is surprising. Ming the Merciless, love the name. You think it's a Transformer on the approved list? Maybe. I did have somebody send me that, which looks weird. So I have no idea. I don't know. I don't understand what Storm's doing right now. I don't know where they're going with a lot of their stuff. Like, they've released a lot of Pearl Balls, so maybe there's going to be a solid. That ball looked dull, so maybe, but we'll see. JT, interesting to see the Effect Tour is 130. Is it getting discontinued? God, it better not. It better not. That is the best ball on the market, subjectively speaking. I love the Effect Tour. I really hope it's not getting DC. That would suck. Big Mike, what's better to clean your ball with when you're using cleaner? Chamois, microfiber, cotton towel. Chamois. Or not chamois. Microfiber. Microfiber is the best option. Absolutely. Josh, speaking of the Effect Tour, is it a good ball for a two-handed rev-dominant high school bowler? Yes, 100%. And Talon is there for Ion Pro Ball of the Year. Not him. Have you thrown the Viking yet? Yes, I actually have one. I really like it. I think the Viking's a really good ball. It's going to be ignored completely, but it is a really good, like, it is the just middle of the road strong and sharp option. It is exactly what you want, like a shiny ASIM to do. It is going to hook earlier. It's going to flare a little bit, but not too much. It's going to be a little quicker down lane. It's just consistent. It is consistent, exactly what you want out of it. It's not weirdly niche. It doesn't do anything super weird like the next factor where it's super weak. It's not too strong like an Origin. It is just, it's like a Black Widow Mania. It is just middle of the road, strong and sharp option. Arnold Palmer is the greatest drink ever. Zach, just curious, did Brad and Kyle react to your comment? That info can't be relied. What do you mean, RJ? Did Brad and Kyle react? No, Brad and Kyle have no idea who I am. 100% Brad and Kyle have no idea who I am. I will be baffled if they do. That info can't be relied. What info? I'm curious what you mean by that one. But shoot a message. I'm curious, RJ. Turtle, Evoke Hysteria better be voted ball of the year. I'll throw a temper tantrum. If you get it, can you get a video of the temper tantrum just in case? I don't know. I haven't looked. I've refused to look at a lot of the standings because I don't want to like leak anything. So I'll be as surprised as you are, hopefully, until like this weekend. I'll make the chart, or well, the voting closes Tuesday, so I'll make the charts pretty soon. But I would love to watch that. I'm assuming like it would be like a kid in a store like pounding their fists against the floor. It'd be awesome. But no, I think that has a pretty good chance of winning. Grump, I really thought ball of the year for me was the Onyx, but the EJ has taken over. Ooh, a lot of people like the EJ. Love that. Bert, I have an Eternity. Is the Viking too similar? Yes, they're very similar. Adam Johnson, original Zen versus Phase 2 Pearl. I would go Phase 2 Pearl because the Zen is very old. The Zen is just a little too old. Talon, I seem to be behind in all the good balls by at least a year. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. You get them for sale then. Win-win. Not him. What is the best way to get the ball to hook more? Because I can't get it to hook. I would recommend improving your rev rate or moving for closer to the gutter. Moving a little closer to the gutter will help you hook it. Jason over on Facebook, thrown Deviate. Thoughts? I have a Dark Side. The Dark Side is the latest Deviate ball I've thrown. It's good. It's weaker. It's a little quicker than I expected it to be, being like a low diff hybrid. But it was good. I like it. I don't bring it much. I don't really have situations that I need to throw something like that. So I like it. The other Deviate stuff sounds awesome right now. It seems like they make some good stuff. But yeah, I hope so. Oh, RJ, that their info isn't accurate in regards to a bowling ball. Oh, no, they won't. They won't see that. Don't worry about that. But no, I will stand by that statement. Brad and Kyle make some of the greatest content on YouTube. They forged the way for so many big YouTubers in the bowling world to be seen. It brought bowling on the map, which is amazing. But they just don't know how to do a ball review. Unfortunately, they're so good at so much, and then their ball reviews are just like, bleh. I will never forgive Brad for saying the Ion Pro Solid is the strongest ball Storm has. I will not do it. Robin, big surprise, the Pro Shop didn't have the Street Rally. Yeah, that's expected. Dawn, I think one of the best reviews I saw was the Black Widow Mania versus the Gremlin. That would be a really good comparison. Adam, Columbia Street Rally looks good, but I think it'll be good overlooked. Oh, 100%. Yeah, no one's buying it. And not because it's bad. It just has Columbia 300 on the side. That's it. Columbia's had some okay stuff lately. Like, they had a stretch where their stuff sucked. Like, Super CUDA Power Core Hybrid, or even the original CUDAs, original Piranha, awful. They were not great bowling balls. There were many better options in the Brunswick lineup. But now they have the Piranha Power Core Pearl, which is really good. Super CUDA Power Core Pearl, which is pretty good. The Rally was a ball. Street Rally looks pretty good. We don't talk about the Ricochet return at all unless Bowling Fool's in the chat. But yeah. They've looked okay. It just probably won't do great. Playful, the crazy thing about Detox machines is they're ultrasonic cleaners. I bought a cleaner big enough for 2 bowling balls for $200. Really? Oh. I mean, really, a detoxer is pretty basic. It is just like an oven that heats up to like 160 or 165 and then just slowly spins the ball. It's really all it is. Nothing crazy. Jason, Pulse. Pulse is fine. Super early, super slow out of box. It speeds up a little bit once you get like 5 games on it. It's fine. What is my top balls of 2025? I can't leak it, man. I've got a lot of videos for top 5s coming out soon. So you got to watch the videos to find out. You're going to see a couple great options though. Bert, we hit, Willie, is the Ion Max solid just a proton physics? No, not even close. No, it is better. It is stronger and smoother than the proton physics. So it is a more usable ASIM solid. The proton was hard because it was quicker down lane, but the Ion Max is not. The Ion Max is not very quick down lane. Austin, I'll sell you my bowling balls. I don't bowl enough anymore. Sorry, man. I have way too many behind me right now. Talon, I thought the Piranha Pearl looked good. It does. It looks really good. The Piranha Power Core Pearl is awesome. It's a high diff, shiny ball. It's going to be tough because you have like Phase 2 Pearl, Rockstar Amped. That's it. High diff pearls. Those are really the 2 big ones. But that one was a good one. That one was good, but now it's discontinued, which is sad. Don, I like the blue ice. I love the blue ice. Get the lizard eye or the donuts. To Joe, let's say you were hellbent on buying both zones and you had, let's say, 320 revs and 15 miles an hour. This is a weird hypothetical, Joe. Very odd hypothetical, but I answer the question. Weirdly specific. How'd you get them drilled to minimize overlap? I would drill the original stronger. I would go like a 4 1/4 inch pin on the original. And then the Pearl one, I drill it like 4 3/4. Not a big difference, but it's going to be just enough to really differentiate the two. Or if you want to go crazy, you could go to a 5-inch pin on the Pearl and then like 4-inch on the solid. Grumpa, Culvers need to come with a warning label. Will cause thumb swelling in bowlers. Don't consume 2 days prior. With Culvers? I mean, yeah, isn't salt? Salt is usually a common one that boosts your hand size. Mike, we said save the money and get a T-zone white dot or ice. True. Well, no. I mean, there wasn't much said, Mike. Come on. It wasn't. We didn't have. I was hoping for like, this is the ball, but nah. Tori, I use a cheap T-zone. Yeah, I know. I love that. I almost fell for FOMO with the identity. Yeah, and you can get them for $100 right now. Dolomite, I'm throwing the spy. Okay, fair. If Storm releases the level 2 on the first, I'll be celebrating alone. No, there'll be like 5 of you. But like you will have people, just not many, that are selling. Steve Fiedler, you said the Hazmat Pearl was discontinued, but my Hammer connection says it's not. Your Hammer connection is wrong. The Hazmat Pearl is officially discontinued. That has been, let me check my notes to be sure. Oh, it's gonna be hard to find those notes. I don't think I'm finding those notes. But no, it is discontinued. according to, yes. I've not been wrong, I should say. I've not been wrong on discontinued news quite yet. Strongest storm ball ever? Gem. Rotogrip Gem is probably number one. Harsh Reality Solid, actually. Harsh Reality Solid. Austin, my favorite ball was the Reality 300. 900 Global Reality, maybe? That's awesome. Brennan, I have the same problem with the T-Zone. Oh, yeah, we hit that one. Don, how close is the Hazmat Solid to the Hammerhead? Very close. Hazmat Solid is going to be a little touch sooner, touch earlier. Or touch, that's same thing, Zach. Touch sooner, touch smoother. There we go. Matt, sorry if I missed your response. Yeah, I would keep it at 3K. A Roar, I love my S2, but on dry lanes, it hooks too early. Yep. I also own a Super Cuda Pearl. I mean, the Super Cuda should really fit that spot pretty well. I think it should fit that spot. Dotch Foe. So many problems with the new Brunswick ball chart. Ooh, that's an interesting take. I mean, I am not a fan that there's a lot of balls that are not there. That's a little unfortunate, but I think it's a really good step in the right direction. Now, does it solve the world? No, but I think it's fantastic, and I think Brunswick deserves their flowers on this one. I think they deserve a high five and a handshake for creating this ball guide. I think that helps them a lot in my eyes. I was very sad with Brunswick for a while and upset that they didn't have any way to compare their stuff when every company is making better and better and better comparison tools. It was nice because it gave me a job. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've been posting charts and guides for a year and a half now to try to alleviate that. But I'm really glad to see that they are actually coming out and saying, hey, this is where this stuff fits, which is so sick. And I'm really glad that they're okay with it going public. Originally, it was supposed to just go to pro shops. But I think enough people probably didn't like that, is my guess. Let's see. JT, one ball for a 3-game league set. Which ball would you recommend? Motive, Storm, Roto, Hammer, Brunswick, Trap. Oh, Lord. One ball. Phase 2 Pearl. I'll just do the main three. Phase 2 Pearl, Alert, or Evoke Hysteria. T.O., where is the Discord link? It's in my description. All of my descriptions have the Discord link. Steve, just grabbed a Hammerhead on Black Friday. Actually, I think you can do ! Discord too. I do have chat commands. Please work. Please work. Maybe that. All right, it ain't working. Cool. All right, it almost worked. It almost worked. Big B, how close is the alert to the Venom Shock? It's sooner and quicker. The alert is going to be earlier and quicker than that. So be ready for that. Grumpa, I wish the Batman and Joker were coming to the States. I do too. DC does not wish they were. There would be a quick copyright. Big Mike, I think the only ball that's out of place on the B7 chart is the Tour V1. There's no way the danger zone is the same. Yeah, I'd be curious what I'm always curious how the companies make them. Like, I know a lot of people had problems with Storm's comparison stuff, and a couple of people have had problems with Motives too. So I'd be very curious to see how these charts are made. That's kind of like a big push for me. I wish we saw more from the ball companies instead of just being like a black box or like there's a curtain. Like, don't look behind the curtain, guys. I really wish there was a little more like transparency. I know I made a video a while ago of like calling all ball companies. I'd love to talk to all of you guys, and I got hit up by 0. So little sad, little disappointed by the ball companies. I wish there was a little more. I was very happy that Brian Buckosh came on onto the channel to talk to us. I thought that was super sick. That was like the best thing that a ball company has done is reach out and like, I would love to be on your live stream. That's awesome. We're going to have actually Josh Tajiri on in a couple weeks as well. So he doesn't work for Storm like Brian works for Brunswick, but he is a Storm staffer and a fellow YouTuber. So that'll be awesome. Adam on Facebook. I just got a Beyond Infinity. Not a huge score, but still excited to get it drilled. That's what I got too, actually, ironically. I also won a street rally in a $10 raffle. That's sick. That's awesome. No, the Beyond is fine. I actually did really well in a couple tournaments with it because it's just so smooth down lane for being a Pearl Ball, which is cool. George, by the way, thank you for suggesting the GB5 Solid and Hammerhead to take over my Hazmat a couple weeks ago. Picking up the Solid on Saturday. Nice. I hope you have fun with it. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy. Adam, going to a demo day with Brunswick. What should I really be looking for as a balance guy? It all depends on what they have. I'd try everything. Keep an open mind. Don't get sold by anything on the spot. Just try it all. See what shape fits your eye best. Bert, would the Viking be... Yeah, we hit that one. Dacho, can't trust a chart that calls urethane light oil. I always yell at my TV. Randy calls urethane weak. Dude, that is one of my biggest issues with bowling. Like, it's true in the fact that people use it as a light oil ball. It isn't, but it is. It isn't, but people treat it like one. Sorry, it is not. It is not. I need to preface with that. My words are all over. Urethane is not light oil. Urethane is the strongest ball in your bag. But people use it as a light oil ball, so the companies are like, screw it. Call it light oil, which is kind of disappointing. Glenn checking in from the alley. What's going on, Glenn? Adam, I prefer more unbiased reviews that do comparisons such as high-rev, low-rev guys that compare to other balls, and prefer watching people that don't make every ball look amazing. Charles is great, but he makes everything look good. Love your honest content. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. I'd also check out Virtue Bowling Supply. They've been doing a really good job lately. I'm really happy with those guys. They've been doing really well. Talon, you should get one of the new KR spare balls. Are you talking the Disney ones or the other, not the Rises, I forget. I think they're just KR Strike Force balls, but which ones are you talking? I can get an Elsa one for sure. That's an option. I don't know, people. That'd be actually awesome. Mike, any sweet shoe deals out there? Oh, there's a lot of shoe deals that are still out there. Check out bowling.com. They've got a lot of cheap shoes right now. They're trying to clear out some inventory, it seems like. Virtue is awesome. Yeah, Robin, I agree. Virtue's done a very good job lately. Arur, Phase 2 Pearl or Nebula. If you want a weaker ball, go Nebula. If you want stronger, Phase 2 Pearl. Mike, during B7 ball chart video, you said Arctic Vibe would be next to a Black Widow Tour. Does this mean both should not be in the same bag? No, I think they are. I think they can fit there. I think they can both fit in the same bag. The Arctic is going to be a bit weaker, though, but it's going to have a similar ball reaction, so be ready for that. I don't think there's a problem there. I mean, I wasn't talking the Disney ones, but that would be cool, too. There we go. There we go. That's all I needed. Yofo, trying to go one-handed, can't seem to prevent my wrist from uncupping. The force of the downswing uncups. Yeah, you're going to want a smoother downswing. You're going to want it more like this. The steeper that backswing gets, the stronger your wrist and forearm have to be, and the more inconsistent it is. So I'd avoid that. Vexy, if I'm looking for weak sharp, what would you say? Oh, Hustle Glow is a great option. Hustle Glow is an option. Perry, I'm trying to build a good 3 to 4 ball bag. Right now, I have the Black Widow Mania, and I was looking at the Heckler Hybrid and the Heckler Solid. Do not go Heckler Hybrid. It's a little too close. I would avoid that one. I would go Heckler Solid, I think is a good choice. What did you say for the other? Oh, that's it. I'd go Heckler Solid. I would go, I mean, you could go an Alert or a GB5 Pearl in that medium slot. Otherwise, the Danger Zones are a good choice for the weaker slot. No, Seth, I can see you over there. What's going on, man? Sorry, Twitch is being stupid. No, your stuff is going through. I'm just not caught up fully. I'm still about like 10 minutes behind chat. But what's going on? Working right now. First ever stream I haven't been in since the start. Oh, wow. You've been in that many? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Seth. Glad you're still able to hop in too. Love it. Corey, what's a better ball? The new Alert or the GB5? The Alert's really good. It's a little weaker. I don't know if it's better. The GB5 Solid is great as well. So it depends what you want. If you want stronger, go Game Breaker. If you want weaker, go Alert. AWOL for League, I throw a Hyperdrive, Identity, Ion Pro Solid, IQAI. Think about getting a Phase 2 Pearl. What do you think? I would go something stronger than a Hyperdrive, like a Viking. I think would be better. I think the Phase 2 Pearl and the Hyperdrive. Oh, no, you said Hyperdrive Solid. JK, yes. Phase 2 Pearl. Sorry, I thought you meant Hyperdrive Pearl. I can't read today. Phase 2 Pearl, yeah. Ethan, Swag, Apex Pearl. Yeah, that ball sucked. That ball was bad. Sorry, man. I'm mean to Swag. I'm 0 for 2 on the Swag balls I had. I tried. I remember specifically, I was at a tournament. Lanes were torched. I brought the Apex Pearls, my weak bowling ball, and I kept it in the car for a little bit because I don't know if I need it. I went back, grabbed it. I was like, this is the ball I'm going to use. I bet it's going to be great on this. The ball got to 40 feet, and then it just went forward. It just rolled forward. It didn't come off the corner at all. It didn't round off the corner like any other ball would. It just saw the friction and then just petered towards the 3-pin. I was like, what the heck just happened? And I finally hit the pocket with it, the flattest 710 imaginable. Luckily, it was just practice. It was like, yep, that is going back in the bag. And then I got rid of it. And then that ball went away to a viewer. And they are now hopefully enjoying that ball. I don't really know. I haven't heard if they like it or not. Amazing Robin, I vouch for it. Yeah, Apex. I know. I wanted that Apex to be really good. I loved the color. I loved the core design. But unfortunately, Swag is just a little behind in their cover stock technology. That's what I noticed with this pyramid ball I drilled as well. The cover tech is just not there. They're making cores okay. It's just the covers are bad. They just are not as good as these other companies. So I would avoid some of the off-brand bowling balls. Jeremy, have you thrown the Storm Electrify Go? They look sick. I was wondering how it would fit. Oh, it's a weak sharp ball. It looks good. It's all right. It's just a step up from a Tropical Surge. It's kind of like a Hustle Glow. It looks cool though. I love the colors. Don, how many bowling balls is too many? I sent you my arsenal and I keep updating. You're at 111. That is a lot. Don, I think I know you keep sending me your arsenals, but I need to take a step back from them because of 100 arsenal Arsenal will take way too long to record. And I'm so far behind already. That's going to be like an hour video on its own. And I just can't afford that with a lot of those. So I'll have to wait for yours until later on, unfortunately, because there's just so many. So if you want to update it to like only the balls you use, that'd be great. Then I can do that. But 100 is a lot. Coop, what are your thoughts on the real time? Just got it through a mystery box for 80. Awesome. Someone shot a 900 with it. I think it's one of the best house shot balls of last year. I think it came out in 24. I think it's one of the best house shot balls. Goat, struggling game 3 at my local old wood lanes. Oh boy. What is a good ball for game 3? Rhino, Tropical Surge, High Road 40. Super weak. You're going to need weak. You're going to need really weak bowling balls. I think something like that might be good. A Cove, super shiny Cove. That was my favorite ball on wood lanes. That ball looks sick on wood. So that might be an option as well. Jay Crawley, how similar do you think the RST Pearl to the Phase Pearl? Phase Pearl's earlier, a little smoother than the RST. Well, I'd say similar downlane reaction. Talon, oh, of course you had a pyramid ball. Pathogen was amazing. Talon, I got to send you some clips of this prime solid I threw. I threw the same shot 3 times. I went 210, 10 back, 2 pin. It was awesome. It was wild. In practice, I drilled a pyramid prime solid. That was a ball that was on sale for Cyber Monday and Black Friday. So I drilled an Ion Max for myself that I've had sitting here for a while. So I warmed up with an Effect Tour a little bit, like 7 or 8 shots. I moved over to an Optimum Idol solid. Just wanted to see that ball's still the GOAT. I need to find another one. And then I threw the Ion Max solid. That thing looked sick. And then I went backwards and I was like, all right, let's do the pyramid ball. And I went back to where I was with the effect. The ball never hooked. It's like, all right, that's weird. Let's move 4 right. Ball never hooked. That was weird as well. Let's move 2 right. I don't want to move too far, but let's slow down the ball speed. Ball never hooked. Well, this is weird. Let me move 4 more and slow it down to a grinding halt. The slowest I can throw it with my 12-foot long arms. Barely peeled to get back to Swisher Strike. And the ball ricocheted into the 9-pin slot. It's like, cool. Okay. Maybe the cover just needs to be broken. So I threw like 15, 20 more shots because I want to get a ball review. I'm getting a ball review ready for it. Just for like our off-brand ball's good. And I put surface on it. First shot, perfect. 10 back. It looked awesome. I was like, man, this ball's pretty good now. I just need to break the cover. Next shot, never hooked. Never thought about hooking. And then I grab the ball and it's just slimy. The cover stock is not absorbing oil. I wipe off the cover and it's already super shiny after just hitting it with surface a couple shots ago. It was just like, that ball sucked. It was so bad. Maybe I got a bad one, but ugh. Let's see. Jack Hammer, keep up the great work. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it. Mike, symmetrical 045 versus ASIM 035 and 010 int. 045 is going to hook more. The 035, the 010 int diff will make it flare a little more, but it's going to be smoother. Jaybird, where does the alert fit compared to the Anger Solid, Turbo X, and Black Widow? Stronger than the Turbo X, stronger than the Anger Solid, stronger than the Black Widow, but smoother. Where it's going to be. Balrog, the charts are based on core. They should base it off cover. No, they based it on cover as well, I think. I'm going to look a little bit closer, but I think they did. Talon, I had my first 6 and 7 with the Patterson. And dude, I would crush with that ball up like 3. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because the ball, if I get it in, the ball peels at like 20 feet and then it just rolls forward to 4-pin. I sent a sick messenger. I had a 6, 7, 10 messenger on it, but that was like the only cool shot. I maybe struck 2 or 3 times. Jason Motive Ascend, underrated ball of the year. Very few people have thrown that ball, unfortunately. I know someone did a ball review of it, but like no one cared. The low end stuff, people just don't really care for online. George, I can't believe Brunswick put the Intel Recon as light oil. I have one drilled in layout B, and that thing has to break left quick for me, but that's exactly why it's a weak ball. Because weaker bowling balls, it doesn't mean they're never going to hook. It means it's going to hook late and be angular. So that's what the Intel Recon does really well. It hooks later than a lot of stuff. Really CQ idea for a show. Describe in detail what all the ball review words actually mean. Clean, smooth, quick, chuggy. Yeah. On my short form platforms, I actually do have a bowling terminology video series. I'm going to be kickstarting it back up soon with your guys' recommendations. But I do have that on the short form. I want to make one for long form, but I just haven't found a good or fun way to do it yet. Gabriel, what's the difference between the offset attack and the phase 2 solid? Well, the offset attack is a pearl. If that's the one you're talking about, the blue one, that one's going to be much weaker and much sharper. If you're talking about the assault, it's much earlier, much smoother. Infinite Drive. Do you think the phase 2 pearl is a good benchmark and good for burn for a high rev 2-hander, 13 miles an hour, 500 rev rate? That's going to be a lot of ball. That's going to be like a strong sharp ball for you. Mike, what was all the T-zone talk I missed? I'm looking for a new spare ball, Mike. So if you have any good spare ball options, put them in the comments. I'm trying to find a cool one. That is not a mix because I'm sick of my mix hooking. Except when I shoot at 3-4s. I'm like 50% on 3-4 splits with that ball, but everything else I'm not good. DKK, make sure to not spam. Thoughts on the Raptor Rain? The Raptor Rain's fine. It did not live up to the hype. It is not ball of the year. It was a super strong, slow, solid ball. It was good. It was cool. Nothing crazy though. Really, any idea what 3 Minnesota centers will be hosting the World Series? I heard from a little birdie that it sounds like it's going to be Brooklyn Park. It has to be Boleros. That's a big thing to remember is the PBA has to be at Boleros usually. If they have the option. So I think it's Bolero, Brooklyn Park, and I think there's a Bolero in Lakeville maybe that'll be used, and maybe Blaine is my guess. I'm not sure though. Not positive. If you guys didn't hear, the World Series of Bowling this coming year is going to be in Minnesota. So it's going to be like 50 miles away from me, which is awesome. I'm going to be gone for half of it for nationals, which is unfortunate, but it'll be fun. La Heat, 20 minutes away. That's so cool that you're 20 minutes away. Love that. What ball should I get with my Ion Max? I'd get something weaker and sharper. Phase 2 Pearl wouldn't be bad. Rockstar Amped. Both those would be decent. And BG John, Motive Plastic doesn't hook. That's what I was kind of thinking too. The Motive ones have cool colorways. I just want a cool colorway. That's all. I want plastic that looks cool. Fly Fella, shout out to Virtual Bowling Supply. Question is, looking for Brady, DNA greater than swag? Yes. Yes, the DNA. So I say bad things about the DNA a lot. Sometimes to get a reaction out of Brady. Don't get me wrong. But the DNA had a purpose. When I shined it, it was good. When I had it at 500, it did what a 500 grit ball would do. Now, did it do what it was supposed to based on the marketing? Not really. It was weaker than it should have been, which was probably the cover stock's fault. And my fault for buying it early. So I bought it like right when it came out because I needed a super strong ASIM ball for nationals, and it was not that. But the swag balls are worse. The pyramid ball is 10 times worse. The swag balls are worse than that DNA. The DNA at least absorbed oil and actually had a little bit of angle down lane if you wanted it to. The swag stuff, I could not get it to go sideways. It was so smooth down lane. And it was at 75 hardness too. But Fly Fella is looking for a strong pearl ball between the Equinox solid and the Exponent solid. Oh, fantastic. I'll give you a lot of options. If you're staying with Storm, Phase 2 Pearl, Rockstar Amped, those are kind of my go-tos right now from Storm. They're really good. Viking fits there as well. RST Hyperdrive Pearl fits there well. Gremlin, if you want to get on the Gremlin train, it fits there well too. Robin, Craze was okay, but my Hammer Solid outperformed it. And that's a big issue. Like, I think if these brands were on their own, they'd be great. But because they have to be compared to Storm and Brunswick and Motive, it's very tough. Very tough to compete. Yeah, Flyfellow, my DNA is my weakest ball in the bag. That's awesome. Lord Kale, where do you bowl? I bowl in Owatonna, Minnesota. So southern Minnesota. Spare Time Entertainment. Chris from Michigan. Literally his username. Motive Nebula or Apex Jackal? If you want a strong ball, Apex Jackal. If you want something weaker and quicker, Nebula. It was kind of ironic. I saw a lot of people send me screenshots on Discord, just in DMs of like people who said, it's kind of funny. They said the Nebula is the most angular motive ball ever. And then the Apex Jackal got announced and like the Apex Jackal is the most angular motive ball ever. Like, guys, you're not even trying to hide it anymore. Come on. Be better than that. Don't have to call every ball the most angular or the strongest ball ever. KO just threw my new Sublime Focus and Apex Pearl this last week for a tournament, and they were amazing. Good. Love to hear that. Don, my two-handed arsenal for Saturday night. RST Hyperdrive, Ember, and Hustle. Love it. Cam, I start my first league in January. I want a 3-ball arsenal. I have a High Road 40. Any other Rex? I'm a balanced low-speed bowler. Yeah, I'd go with some kind of solid ball. You got Cove, you've got Alert, Rockstar, Venom Shock. A lot of really good options. I'd start with that for a 2-ball arsenal first. A Roar, what would you add to your collection? Super Cuda Pearl, Attention Star S2, Tropical Surge, and a T-Zone. You might want a weaker... You don't have a... Oh, you do have the S2. You might want a weaker solid ball to fit below the S2. That might not be bad. Talon Ion Pro Solid is the strongest ball that Storm makes. Okay, Brad Miller has entered the chat, ladies and gentlemen. God, I shouldn't talk bad about Brad and Kyle. They could eat my channel for lunch. Like, that's a bad idea. I'm sorry. You guys are really good at making content. Gabriel, I'll send you my HX10 and GB4 Pearl. Oh God, please no. Anything but that. I had the original GB4. I kind of liked it. It wasn't bad. Colin, how about split nicknames? What do you mean by that? Let me know. Brennan, you should wait for the new Storm spare ball. I'm tempted. If I don't find anything good in the next couple of weeks, I'll just buy the yellow ice. Be fine. I don't like the clear ones. I don't like supporting the clear balls because they're so expensive. Like they're 150, 160 bucks. A little too much. Matthew and Newtel, thank you for the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate it. Adam, most angular ball ever has been Moda's branding slogan for any ball on the right side of the guide. It really has. It really has. I before I even did content, I would make fun of it all the time. Motive, they had a stretch where they were releasing the tridents, and they released the gray trident. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a gray trident. I think it was not Horizon. It was the cement block ball. But they called it the strongest motive ball ever. And then they came out with another ball, the quickest motive, the sharpest motive ball ever. And then they came out with a new Jackal Solid, the strongest motive ball ever. And then they came out with a Jackal Pearl, the sharpest motive ball. It was just like ping pong, just back and forth. It's like we either make the most angular ball in our lineup or we make the strongest ball in our lineup. And there is no in between because you're going to buy a Venom Shock anyway. So how it goes. Newtel, what's your opinion on the EJ Jackal? It's really good. People like it. People really love that ball. It's just super pricey and hard to find because it was a limited edition ball. But it was super strong, not too quick, not too smooth. Kind of that Goldilocks effect. Grumpa's trying to choose a spare ball too, not having luck with your axe. Yeah, the axe will hook a little bit. That's a big problem with that one. That's why I'm going true plastic. Between the Berry T-Zone, Purple White Dot, and Blue and Red Purple Aspire. Exactly. And they're all the same price, too. Mr. Phil, congrats on the engagement. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Quick question. My Phase 2 is drilled 70, 3.5 by 20. Whew. Getting a Phase 2 Pearl. Should I keep the same layout for a ball down? I would change it. Make it a little weaker. Make it like a 4-inch pin at least. 4-inch, 35 degrees or something. You'll be good. Liza, should I get the Jackal Onyx? Should I wait for a new release? Depends what you're looking for, Liza. Depends what you're looking for. Dragon Rider, thank you for the follow. What do you think of the Blue Coral Venom? Blue Coral was good. It was kind of ignored, but it was a good ball. Adam Johnson, old man, suitcase wrist support. Refuses to go to a Pearl in game 3. What's recommended? A weaker solid. Go to an Alert. Go to a Real Time. Go to a Cove. Yeah, go with those. Strat, do you personally like the Hammer New 2.0? I think it has a purpose. I think it has a good purpose in the lineup. I think people will use it in the wrong situations, is my worry. I think people will use it on house shots when it's a little mid on house shots. But I think it's a good ball. It looks like it's... Oh, the Abyss. Yes, Duncan, thank you. The Trident Abyss. That was a cinder block of a bowling ball. It was just gray. But no, I think the new 2.0 is good. I'm just worried about when it's used. Nick Ransbottom with the 300 with the phase 2. Congratulations. That is awesome. Huge congrats to you, Nick. Love that. Happy first 300. Make sure to get your ring. Hope you enjoy it. That's sweet. Adam, yes. Abyss. Thank you, Adam. Perfect. Talon, Brad is my idol, but do not listen to him talking about bowling balls. And Talon with the Abyss. Talon, we've seen Clayton throw that thing a lot. That thing was stupid. It was so slow. Zuck, any ball similar to the Attention Star outside of SPI? Ooh, Track Theorem, I think is the closest comparison. Track Theorem for sure. Mr. Pushy. Hello, Zach. What is going on? Rotogrip Idol, Radioactive Vibe, and a Rhythm? What's a Rhythm? Is that a ball? The Rhythm Solid? That's a sick name if it is. Holy cow, that's an actual ball? Oh my god, that's sick. You guys know Hammer had a ball called the Rhythm? I don't know when it released. It looks old. 248045. That's an awesome core. The Grand Theft Reactive cover stock. That's so sick. Portion of the proceeds will go to support the TNBA. That's so cool. What? Oh, that's awesome. I just fell in love. I am now fully in love. Who said that comment? Oh no, where'd you go? No, where'd you go? There you are, Poosh. There you are. What up? Idol, Radioactive Vibe, and a Rhythm Solid. I'd get like a stronger Pearl ball because you have a lot of weak stuff with the vibes, and the Rhythm is probably a little weaker now, and then the Idol strong smooth. So get like a stronger sharp ball. Lahi, my pro shop has an EJ of Jackal. If you want to spend the money, it's a good ball. It's a really good strong ball. Eliza's looking for heavy smooth. Ion Max is a good option. Zero Mercy if you want a lot of hook. If you don't want that much hook, you could go like Equinox Solid. Theorem Solid is really good. It's a little less hook. Evil Eye's not bad right now, so a lot of good options. You said Abyss first. Yes, Talon did say Abyss first. You are right. No motive ball will ever get close as angular as the Crown Vic. Oh, it's going to take 30 years to get there, man. That Crown Vic is so quick. Now there's a bit of time. What are your thoughts on the Nebula? It's fine. It's fine. I think DeJoe says it perfectly afterwards. Luke Rosdahl said the danger zone is just the motive Nebula for $80 less. So it's okay. It fits exactly where motive wants it to. It's a symmetrical Pearl, little on the weaker side, a little quicker down lane. It's going to be a very good bridge option for a lot of people because it's the only medium sharp ball that's going to be really good from them right now. They still have the Hyper Venom, but I think it must still be selling pretty okay, but I'd go Nebula. It's a good ball. It is a very good ball. It's not as quick as you think because like Brunswick stuff is way quicker. Storm stuff is way quicker. So keep that in mind. Vanilla. That's how you, wow. VYNILUH. I love that. Or LLUH. Sick. I'm getting the Ricochet Pearl. I saw your review. Do you still like it? It's fine. It's okay. It's a stronger Pearl ball. So if you need a strong symmetrical Pearl, it's a good option. My dad gave it to me a long time ago. That's so cool. Adam Wells, you got to show up to the high school meet. Spare Time Lanes holds next year. Maybe. Maybe have to. Maybe have to. On the way to collect it. That's awesome. Rhythm. Oh, it was 2012. That's pretty cool. I should get a Joker Rotogrip spare ball. I didn't like that Joker much. I thought it was fine, but not great. Corey Casey picked up the GB4 Hybrid for 104. Mine is my favorite ball. Dude, the GB4 Hybrid was so good. I'm not surprised it's gone. It's very old, but that ball was goated for a while. Dondrick, is the difference in shape and strength between the Turbo and the Danger Zone? Yes, the Turbo is going to be smoother. Turbo's smoother than the Danger Zone. Schlide, B7 guy. I got the Dark Side, and it's stronger than I anticipated. Looking for a ball down. Purple Ice, Intel Recon. Yeah, both of those are going to be better. If you want the weakest ball, it's Purple Ice. That's going to be much weaker than the Intel. Matthew, are you liking the amped or the phase 2 pearl more? I don't have. I think it's 50-50. They're so close together. I've brought the amped to tournaments now. I've brought the P2P to tournaments. They act the same. They do the same thing. So I think I'm like right in the middle of both of them. Like neither is better, neither is worse. Level 1 Rattata. I love your name, man. Want to bowl regionals, but don't have a urethane. What do you recommend? You don't have a urethane, you want to bowl regionals, I'd recommend a super strong solid ball that's at like 500 grit. That's where like the Zero Mercies, the Ion Max, that's where they fit. That's going to be your next closest thing. Gabriel, what am I drinking? I am drinking a weirdly shaped 12-ounce Arnold Palmer. Absolute fire. Love this ball. Oh my God. Love this drink. Wow, I've been bowling too long today already. Ugh, yeesh. Mr. Pooh, should we hit our Chilean thoughts on the Primal Ghost? It's good. It's a really good medium smooth ball. It's the best medium smooth ball Motive has. It's right where it should. It's a good ball. Vanilla, we hit. Brian, thank you for the follow, man. Really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Talon, my graffiti tag is super quick from Mode. I'm still surprised. Yeah, those graffitis were weird because they weren't supposed to be that quick, and then they were like really angular, which was odd. The old Motive stuff is good. The 2013 to 2018 Motive times, whew, they had some good stuff. Eric, ball recommendation for two-hand, weaker. Weaker balls will probably be better for you. And Outlaw, thank you for the gift. Really appreciate it. Pooshi, I recently bought the Ion Max Pearl since Malaysia is near my country. Nice. That is awesome. Let us know what you think of it. Really excited to hear that. Random bowled a new high series 565 with your black hammer. Hey, congratulations, man. That's really cool to hear. Awesome, awesome to hear. Huge congrats to you. Love that. Love watching your stuff. Very knowledgeable. Thank you so much, Adam. Really appreciate it. Let me catch up back over here. Yeah, Rosdahl said the danger zone is a poor man's nebula, which is crazy. I was shocked he said that. Motive called him up instantly and was like, what are you talking about, bro? You can't say that. Larry, what ASIM solid would you suggest? Good for house and sport? Equinox solid. Theorem solid too. Equinox solid or Theorem solid. Larry, just hit. Justin, I'm a new two-hander, 415 revs, only a Venom Shock. Thoughts on the Motive Ascend or the Hammer or Twist or other entry? I would go a Vibe, Bubblegum Vibe. Danger Zone Purple Ice might be a good play. The Surges are good from Storm. A lot of good options. DR, love your videos. Thank you, man. I have a High Road, Summit Peak, Phase 2, Ion Pro, Ion Max, IQ Ruby, Attention Star, Harsh Reality Pearl, and Phase 2 Pearl. Whew. Go through that quick. You have every area covered, which is awesome. You have you have a Phase 2 Pearl. JK. You have a little bit of a gap between your IQ Ruby and your Phase 2 Pearl would really be the only gap I see. Otherwise, you're killing it. That looks awesome. Matthew, what's up? What's comparable to a Stinger? I gotta look. Was that a hammer ball? No, that was Columbia. Columbia 300 Stinger. No, but that's a Stingray. First one that comes up is the Pulse, and it's all just ball hype. Let's look up Stinger. Oh, that was Ebonite. It was Ebonite. There she is. That ball was super weak, right? It was plum colored. I forgot about that. 2020. 03. Yeah, that was super weak. Okay. Crown Victory. Crown Victory. And what hybrid is a step down from the Black Widow 2.0 hybrid? GB5 Pearl. GTR, I see KR Strike Force, New York Yankees, or New York Jets ball for 90? That's wild. I wonder, Gebhardt's must hate the Yankees. Infinite, asking again as a benchmark, maybe used for a burn as a Max Thrill hybrid good for me. Yeah, that could be a great ball for that. Justin, want to say thank you for answering all our ball questions. A lot of us don't have good pro shops, and you're the best resource. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the love. Really appreciate it. No, that's one of my goals. I understand how bad a lot of pro shops are. I get it. There are a lot of really bad ones. There's a lot of really good ones. There's a lot of phenomenal ones. There's a lot of them actually who watch this channel who are probably in the chat right now or hanging out watching. So thank you guys. Welcome. But there are a lot of bad pro shops. We can all agree with that. There's a lot of guys who just punch holes in balls, hand it to you, and that's it. So our goal is just boost the education level of the bowling world. We all deserve good information. We all deserve proper information. And the first way to get there is for all of us to understand more about the game of bowling. And overall, that helps you guys become better bowlers. The smarter you are in the sport, the better you are. A lot of this game is so much about knowledge and just understanding of the game of bowling. And then there's also, of course, the physical side too, which is also massive, but this sport has more of that knowledge side than a lot of other sports. So our goal is just to help you guys out. But we are on that going to do a last call for questions. Please throw any final questions you have in the comments. I have to get my logo and my social media pages to somebody right after this. So I will give a couple more minutes. And also Spareware. Thank you for the Fest Pop, the 95 Fest Pops. I have no idea what that means, but huge thank you, Spareware. Go follow Spareware. They are doing awesome things over there. The shop is now live, if I remember right. Correct. Let me look quick. Spareware. There's a Steam game called Spareware. That's sick. There it is. Is it live? I haven't opened it today or yesterday. Not yet. Coming soon, but their stuff is... I'm going to throw it in chat. Do we have Restream up? We do have Restream up. There. That is Spareware. Make sure you go check them out. They do some awesome, awesome things. All right, let me catch up quick for the final few questions. Make sure to drop a follow and sub if you haven't, by the way. I don't remember if I mentioned that. My memory is that of a goldfish lately, so apologies. But let's see. Big Mike, Bowler's Mart Pro Shop in Rockford, Illinois is the worst pro shop I've ever been to. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Turtle Guy, I've never loved a ball. I don't own more than the Hysteria. I threw my buddies like 2 games. I've wanted to buy it since. It is not going to go on sale, unfortunately. I can guarantee you that. Motive stuff doesn't go on sale. Have you been watching the Hammers doubles tournament? Brendan, I have not. This has been the biggest whirlwind of a week and of a day. Like, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how today looked for me. I start work at 6:30 in the morning. I work till 4. However, over my lunch break, I quickly ran home, or literally walked home. I'm about a 5-minute walk away from work. I walk home. I quickly get the Apex Jackal videos all ready to go, get those all uploaded to the social medias, pound some chicken nuggets as quickly as I can, walk back to work. I get held up at work because of some crazy stuff going on until like 4:20. And I needed to get to League at 4:30. League started at 4:30. I walk the 5 minutes home. I quickly change, get out the door in like 3 minutes, make it to the bowling alley at about 4:40. Luckily, they put, for some reason, practice they didn't turn on until like 7 minutes later. So I got like 4 minutes of practice in, bowled 3 games, quickly got a ball drilled for somebody, quickly ran back home, pounded a breakfast sandwich just from the microwave, from my freezer, I should say, not the microwave. For my freezer, and then turn this on. It's been a day. Yesterday, whirlwind. I think I was home for like 5 minutes to be able to do stuff. Tuesday, whirlwind. I got stuck at the shop till like 9:15. Ugh. So yeah, unfortunately, long story short, where did that start from? Holy cow. Oh, from the doubles tournament, from holiday doubles. No, unfortunately, I've not been able to watch it because of that, but I do want to watch it a lot this weekend. Excited for it. Cash and Al, kick 1 ball as the closest do it all ball. Right now, I would I say that ball? Is that a good idea? I think it is. Brunswick alert. Brunswick alert. The do it all ball. Child. Hey, CJ, thank you for the hat and mustache and the heart me. Current arsenal is Severe Collision, Stealth Mode, Real Time, Anger Solid, GB4 Hybrid, Dark Side. What are you missing? Severe Collision, Stealth Mode, Real Time, Anger Solid. No, you have a really good weaker arsenal. You might need 1 more ASIM and you're good to go. Jaybird, do you think the Anger Solid and Road Warrior have similar shapes? No, not really. No, Anger Solid's going to be much smoother and earlier. Is the Radical Evil Eye in the medium smooth tier? No, it's going to be strong smooth because once you drill it, it is very strong. CJ, what's going on, man? What is up? Matthew, I am also a 5-minute walk from work. Oh, it's the best. Brennan, what time is your video dropping? 11 a.m. Central Time. 11 a.m. Central Time. We'll have our top 5 strong and sharp balls video going live, and it's going to get some hate. Do you know Drew Wells? I don't think so, Adam. I'm not. The name doesn't ring a bell, but I'm also terrible at with people's names. I'm awful. I'm so bad with names. Mel Spence, your thoughts on the Black Widow Tour V1? Great ball. it's awesome, just not getting as much love as I expected. Infinite, don't think so. I think Oni in Malaysia for an Ion Max Pearl. Let's see. Justin, how'd you do at League? I shot a fire 635. Now, so the last couple weeks of League, it's been super dry and super weird. But this week it was just a flood. So I was playing up 8, 9, 10 to start with an effect tour, but every miss I would have, if I would get a little too up the back of the ball, it would pick up too early, and I'd pay maximum price every time. I 3-4'd once in game 1. I 2-10'd then because I tried moving left to open the lane up like 4, I think it was like 3 boards, and it never hooked, and it never saw the lane, and then I 2-10'd. And so I think I ended up going like 215. No, what did I go? 215, 220, 201. I think was my set. Something like that. I shot like 638. So meh. Mitch Man just got home from League. Averaged 148 tonight. Love that. Nice. Wayne, I shot 721 subbing on Tuesday. Nice. Black Widow 3.0. I did not beat you. Nope. I did not. CJ, thank you for the ball or the share, man. Troy, best ball for torch wood lanes and string pins. You're gonna want something later and quick. Adam, who's your distributor? Like the company? Like through our pro shop, we go through Classic, mainly, but I don't have one otherwise. Infinite, Rate My Arsenal, Proton Physics, Infinite Physics, Attention Star, MVP Hybrid. Ooh, you got some oldies. You're gonna need some like symmetrical balls. You got a lot of ASIMs. Turtle Guy, is that a hot take to say I hate all forms of HK? Nah, not really. Not a whole lot. There's a lot of people like that actually. Dondrick, sad week for Mets fans. Dude, I know. I couldn't believe that. That was so sad. He went to the Orioles, right? And I'm not an Orioles fan. I just have never liked him. I used to be a Red Sox fan, like hardcore Red Sox fan, even though I live in Minnesota. I just like David Ortiz was really it. So I've never been an Orioles guy. They're always boring too. I don't know. Maybe I'm mean. Maybe I'm a jerk. Larry, still trying to find a good ball to replace my idol. Phase 2, maybe. Mitch, man. I love that comment. Larry, still trying to find a good ball to replace my... Oh, yeah, we hit that one. Sorry. Loan, I bought the Quantum Evo Hybrid off a dude on eBay for $89. That's a really good price. Quantum Evo Hybrid was fine. That was like the green and silver one. Scooby-Doo, what's your take on the Dexter SSTX Tron? It's a shoe. I don't know. It's fine. They're super pricey. They seem good. They seem like really good shoes, really comfy overall, what everybody says. The only people that have really gotten them so far, I think, are people who got them for free from Dexter. So if you're seeing any reviews of them, Dexter sent it to those guys. Yeah, they look good. I don't know. They're shoes. Hey, Kickstand Kurt, what's up? Been a minute since I bowl League earlier on Wednesdays. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. Marcus, can you suggest a layout for 2 hands? Low tilt, 5-inch pin. Oh, yeah, go 5-inch pin. For sure. Go like 5 by 3 by 3. Matthew, in New York, they're called the Dead Sox. Wayne, I beat the 550 and 600 plus rev guys with my 475. Measly 475. Give some to the rest of us, man. Darius, pretty much new to bowling. You got a physics blackout. Want to know what's a good layout? Go weaker. Drill it weaker for sure. Whatever you do, longer pin. All right. We're going to hit like 2 more questions, and then we're going to be calling it a day. Cody, what's your opinion on the Hustle Earth? It's a really good weak ball. Super smooth, super slow down lane, but a good ball. Every single week it happens. You guys are notorious for it. The minute that I say we're going to be done in a couple minutes, throw your final questions in. It's just, woo, just flying through chat. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. I'll try to answer whatever I can, but always the buzzer beaters. Infinite, thanks so much. Gonna drill a new ball? Absolutely. Awesome. Love to hear it. Good luck with the upcoming videos. Thank you, man. There it is. More of them. Mitch, I love my Brunswick Alert. So controllable. It is. Darius, I'm looking at the Storm 2-handed layouts. Good. Perfect. That's a great call. They have the best. They have an awesome system. I won't say the best, but they have an awesome system. Steven, do you see the Widowmania hybrid? That is overseas. No, we're not going to see it here. If they do create a hybrid Widow, it'll be a unique name. It'll be something like a Mania, but it's not going to be Mania hybrid. They don't really do that much. I think C Heart, I think you jump into chat at the last second every week. I think you are like one of the last ones to comment. All right, watch out with the spam. I've thrown a black hammer of a friend's. I like it. Should I drill it the same layout? Same. Yeah, I think we hit this one already, man, right? Did you comment in the YouTube chat? I said use the same. Unless there was somebody else who also threw a friend's black hammer and really liked it. Truancy, Viking, or Rockstar Neb amped. If you need a stronger ball, Viking. If you need weaker, Rockstar amped. A, Zero Mercy, Solid, or Pearl. If you only bowl house shots, go with the Pearl. Don't get the Solid. Marcus, thanks. Greetings from Sweden. Hey, thanks, man. It must be super late for you guys. Eric, what ball is the coolest pour this year? We're going to find out in Best Colorway soon. And Wayne, I don't have questions. I just like to contribute to your lack of relaxation and sleep. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. We are going to call it on that, guys. I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for hopping into chat today. We had a lot of people hanging in. Thank you for hanging with me for the day change of this, the live stream. So I am going to be live next Wednesday for our Bowling Ball Award show. Make sure to set a reminder, set a timer. I'll have reminders everywhere. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time on all of the platforms you're seeing now. You're going to see the Bowling Ball Award show. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a teaser. I said I haven't looked at these much, and I haven't, so it's going to be a little bit of a surprise. But I'm going to tell you guys that, let's see, let's check out the races. I can't show you. That'd be rude. 854 responses. Best asymmetrical ball is pretty much locked up. Best symmetrical ball is not. That's actually a little closer. Best bang for your buck is within 2% of each other. A couple, I think it looks like 20 votes between them. Best color is super close. Oh, 30 votes. Yeah, 30 votes in between them. Best logo is a runaway. Best sleeper ball is within 8 votes for best sleeper ball. Whoa. Most memeable ball is not close, and hype versus reality is not as close. But make sure to go vote. It's going to be a really fun week next week. I'm very excited, really excited to share this with you guys. I'll have a lot of really cool stuff coming. But first of all, where is it to vote? If you guys want to vote, it's in all of my descriptions of all of my channels. So if you go check out my description, there's going to be a link for Linktree, linktr.ee. Click that one. The very first link is going to be the Bowling Ball Award Show. And if you want to join any of our other channels, follow them or check them out. Those links are all there as well. I want to thank you guys so much. TikTok, I'm going to say goodbye to you first. Thank you so much, TikTok. I will see you guys on the next one. And then we are only down to everybody on the long form, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. All of you guys, thank you so much for hopping in. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we have a video going live 11 a.m. Best strong and sharp balls. Sunday, I think we have a video about discontinued bowling balls, just like what the numbers are right now. So make sure you go check that out. But otherwise, should be a really fun week. We got a lot of fun content coming. Thank you guys all so much for hopping into all of these live streams. I'll see you next Wednesday. Otherwise, make sure to check out a couple videos. Drop a subscription or follow if you haven't. Best way to help support. It's free. And then I will see you all on the next one. See you later.